The world as we know it ended 300 years ago. They called it the cataclysm. Magic didn't just return, it spiraled out of control, tearing the fabric of reality apart. The demon race descended from the tiers in the sky, waging a war that lasted centuries. Humanity was on the brink of total extinction. Populations plummeted, order collapsed, and hope was a flickering candle in a hurricane. But just when the darkness seemed absolute, 10 professionals, 10 absolute legends who had awakened great magic constructed massive barriers. These barriers held back the invasion, giving humanity a moment to breathe, to survive in safety. That moment of safety evolved into a new era. We entered the age of universal awakening. Now, every person, upon reaching adulthood, awakens a profession. It's the ultimate lottery of destiny. You could be a warrior, a mage, a crafter, or something far less glamorous. But today, in Faikyuan City, the air is thick with anticipation. It's April 1st, Cataclysm calendar year 335. The profession awakening ceremony is about to begin. Look at this place, the plaza is absolutely packed. This is the annual awakening test, and it lives up to its reputation. Thousands of young hopefuls are swarming the entrance, their hearts pounding in their chests. The building itself is a monolith of modern architecture and magical engineering, standing tall as a testament to humanity's resilience. The rules of this world are simple but brutal. The rarer the profession, the stronger the combat power. Those lucky enough to awaken powerful professions, the combat classes, the high-tier mages, they get a golden ticket directly into elite academies. They are the future heroes. The ranks are strictly classified: N rank, R rank, S rank, and the mythical R rank. Everyone here is praying for that high rank notification. We see the crowd pressing in, young men and women clasping their hands, whispering fervent prayers to whatever gods are listening. Great Berserker, bless me so I awaken at least an S rank profession in this test. One guy mutters, sweat beading on his forehead. The tension is palpable. Everyone wants to be the protagonist of their own story. And then, cutting through the crowd with a relaxed, almost bored demeanor, we see him. This is Lin Feng. While others are hyperventilating, he's strolling through the chaos with his hands in his pockets, listening to the chatter around him. Hurry up in front, my test is coming up soon. Someone yell. Another student is on the phone looking frantic. Lady Tianwu, I've heard your divinity faces the south, so please look directly across. Please bless me to become the host of a noble inherited profession. Lin Feng just chuckles to himself. Hilarious, he thinks. Who daydreams in broad daylight like that? He's got a point. The desperation is real out here. Two guys nearby are whispering, and Lin Feng's ears perk up. Hey bro, what are they doing? You do know, the other replies, looking shocked. Rumor has it that this year's test will produce an inherited profession holder. There are currently 4 vacant inherited professions, so of course they're praying hard. Inherited professions, the cream of the crop, the power of the original heroes passed down. Lin Feng rubs his chin, a mischievous glint in his eye. Seems like everyone's eagerness to advance is intense this year, he muses, but he's not thinking about glory or battle. Oh no, a smirk spreads across his face. That means business will be good for me. Wait, business? At an awakening ceremony? What is this guy planning? Suddenly, fireworks explode overhead, magic flares in the sky, signaling the start of the event. Quick, quick, testing has started, the crowd roars. The announcements begin, ringing out over the loudspeakers. Linhu, R-rank profession, level 10, 13 magic power. Not bad, solid. Winsa, N-rank profession, level 8, 8 magic power. Oof, tough luck there, buddy. Then a hush falls over the crowd as a brilliant blue light erupts from the testing platform. A young man stands there, bathed in energy. Jifei, S-rank profession, level 34, 55 magic power. Accepted. The crowd goes wild in S-rank, that's elite territory. But amidst the cheering and the jealousy, Lin Feng is making his move. He approaches a guy who looks like he's about to pass out from anxiety. That Jifei actually has 55 magic power, the student mutters, looking dejected. I wish I had that much magic power. Lin Feng slides in smoothly. So then, would you like a tomato that can increase magic power? The student blinks, confused. He looks at the red, shiny fruit in Lin Feng's hand. A tomato that increases magic power. Lin Feng flashes a salesman's smile that could sell ice to an Eskimo. Exactly, I'm a spirit plant doctor. This is a premium variety I've carefully cultivated. Each tomato increases your magic power by 5% within 5 minutes. Only 5 gold coins each. 5%? That might sound small, but in a test where every point counts, that's huge. And he doesn't stop there. Lin Feng opens his backpack, and it's a cornucopia of glowing produce. I also have hunger sweet potatoes that maintain fullness for a whole day, fat-burning cucumbers, and strongman beans that increase attack by 10%. The student is skeptical. Isn't this a scam? I've never heard of spirit plants like these. Can increase magic power and help you lose weight. Lin Feng doesn't miss a beat. He tosses a tomato to another student nearby. Just buy one and eat it. Check the buff effect yourself. Besides, I'm sick of eating energy bars every day. He raises his voice, addressing the gathering crowd. First come, first served. Limited quantity. When they're gone, they're gone. The first customer can try one free. Free, that's the magic word. The skeptical student takes a bite. Crunch, the juice explodes in his mouth. He swallows, his eyes widen. My magic power really increased, he shouts, flexing his hands as a faint aura surrounds him, and my body feels lighter. That's all it takes, it's a stampede. Wait, am I seeing things? Another student gasps. This is the spirit plant vegetable developed by the Extraordinary Academy's Agricultural Department. I heard it's specially supplied to SR ranks. This is a special promotion for the test convention, Lin Feng lies smoothly. Everyone here has the potential to become academy students. Quick, wrap them all up for me. Why him? I was here first, boss. I'll take 10. It's chaos, delicious, profitable chaos. Lin Feng is handing out veggies like candy, and the gold coins are flowing in. One student is crying tears of joy. Whoa, my magic power really did get a boost. Lin Feng watches the madness with a satisfied grin. Caption, gratified. Although I'm just a farmer profession, he thinks, counting his earnings. For some reason, ever since I maxed out my level, all the vegetables and fruits I grow provide beneficial buffs. That's the secret. He's not some grand alchemist or hidden mage. He's a farmer. But he's a farmer who ground his skills to the absolute limit. Though I use some marketing tactics, he admits to himself, the effects of my produce are genuine. Later, we see him sitting on the steps of a grand building, looking a bit exhausted but wealthy. A customer approaches him. Chestnut pumpkin seeds, 5 gold. Flower rhino manure, 7 gold. Grape wine making sugar, 10 gold. Plus some magic power boosting potions, 257 gold. Lin Feng hands over a heavy bag of coins. Here's 10 gold for your payment. Wait, what? He made all that money and he's spending it all immediately? I don't have enough money left to buy premium fertilizer for improving the fields, he sighs. The merchant, a guy named Brother Lin Feng, laughs. Thanks, Brother Lin Feng, your spirit plants are so useful. Why don't you grow more? Lin Feng gives him a deadpan look. You think growing spirit plants with these effects is that easy? The merchant shakes his head. Such a shame. You had such high talent since childhood, yet you awakened the N-rank farmer profession. If only you were only. Ah, the pity. Lin Feng is used to it. He waves it off. All right, hurry home. Aunt Joe is waiting for you. As the merchant leaves, Lin Feng walks alone along a high balcony overlooking the city. The sun is beginning to set, casting long shadows. That's right, he monologues internally. I, who was called a genius since childhood, only awakened the N-rank farmer profession. He stops at a secluded spot on the wall. He lights a small fire, burning paper offerings. It's a makeshift grave visit. When I went to burn paper offerings for my deceased archdruid father, I was afraid he'd jump out of the coffin. He chuckles darkly. Perhaps this is karmic balance. A herbalist mother and an archdruid father produced me, a farmer. But then his expression softens. He looks out at the peaceful city. But all things considered, I'm quite satisfied with my current peaceful life. No need to go to the battlefield and lose my life like father did, making mother worry. He turns to leave. Even if just for mother's sake, I must properly manage our family farm. He walks away, the smoke from the offerings drifting into the sky. Peace, quiet, a simple life. Suddenly, drip, a drop of water hits his nose. Lin Feng stops. He looks up. What's going on? Rain on such a clear day. But it's not rain. The sky is shattering. Above him, the blue dome of the protective barrier is cracking. Massive shards of magical energy are falling like glass. Ah, screams echo from below. Lin Feng spins around. What's happening? Did the wall break? Have demons invaded? He rushes to the edge and looks down. In a dark alleyway below, amidst the debris, he sees a scene straight out of a nightmare. A man in a trench coat stands over a glowing purple circle. He's holding a strange device and dark energy is pouring out of him. The inherited profession holder, Necromancer Ho Jiao, has betrayed us. A voice screams from the ground. A wounded guard is crawling away. He's attempting to transfer his profession inheritance to the demon race. I need to notify someone quickly. The Necromancer Ho Jiao is bathed in sinister energy. A massive, shadowy figure, a demon, is emerging from a rift connecting with him. Lin Feng stares in horror. No way, no way, no way. What on earth is happening? Transfer an inherited profession to the demon race? That's even possible. Suddenly, the Necromancer's head snaps up. His eyes are glowing with malevolent purple light. He looks directly at Lin Feng. Saw everything, stupid fool, a distorted voice booms. Instead of running, you're rushing to your death. Purple lightning crackles and shoots up the wall. Boom! The masonry explodes. Lin Feng tries to dodge, but the energy wraps around him like living tentacles. He's yanked off the balcony. He plummets down, landing hard in the alleyway. Dust swirls around him. Before he can even stand, the Necromancer is towering over him. The man has transformed. His skin is pale, purple markings glowing on his body, jagged armor forming from pure dark magic. If I hadn't been injured by forbidden magic, I'd have left the city already, the traitor growls. Once I transfer my inherited profession to the demon race, I'll obtain an immortal body. He glances at the exit. Being tied down this long, the academy has probably noticed by now. He looks down at Lin Feng, who is shivering, clutching his backpack. Stay calm, Lin Feng tells himself, sweat pouring down his face. Looks like I've stumbled onto a murder scene. While he hasn't noticed me yet, I should slip away. He takes a tentative step back. The Necromancer's voice is like ice. Did I say you could leave? In a flash, a massive hand grips Lin Feng by the throat. He's lifted off the ground like a ragdoll. That was the famous Dean Yue Yi of Extraordinary Academy, the Necromancer sneers, gesturing to a corpse nearby. He died so pitifully. Why don't I use your blood and bones as an offering to commemorate him? Lin Feng struggles kicking his legs, the pressure is immense. This twisted pervert's magic power is terrifying, he thinks, his vision blurring. I can't break free at all. Panic sets in, stay calm, think fast, is there anything I can use, anything to drive this guy away? His hand fumbles in his inventory. He needs a weapon, a sword, a gun. No, he's a farmer, what does he have? His hand closes around a familiar wooden handle. Skill, farm tool mastery max, derivative skill, farm tool summoning, a notification pings in his mind. In the real world, a simple, rusty hoe materializes in his grip. It glows with a faint, humble light. Making an offering, Lin Feng grinds out, his eyes narrowing. That kind of thing if you don't do it yourself. The necromancer laughs. You'll descend to the 18th level of hell. Lin Feng swings. It's not a graceful sword art. It's the motion of a man who has tilled 1,000 fields, cleared 1,000,000 weeds. It is the perfect, practiced swing of a master. Wham. The hoe connects with the necromancer's arm, and the impossible happens. The dark armor shatters, the necromancer's grip breaks. What? The trader gasps, stumbling back. Impossible, this kid is clearly just a farmer profession, how can he injure me? Lin Feng lands in a crouch, gasping for air. He doesn't hesitate, that's it. He holds out his hand, the hoe vanishes, and in its place a massive mechanized plow cannon appears, farm tool summoning. A beam of pure, concentrated agricultural energy blasts forward. Boom, the entire alley lights up. The force is devastating, not because of magic power, but because of the sheer physical impact of the skill. The smoke clears, the necromancer is still standing, but he looks ragged, he's furious. Damn, it's the array dancer's marking formation. Purple tendrils of darkness explode from his body, forming a terrifying web that blocks the exit. The demon within him is fully awakening. The necromancer lunges, but this time he doesn't strike to damage. He turns into a mist of shadows, shooting straight towards Lin Feng. In that case, I'll just possess your body and leave. Ghgh, the shadows slam into Lin Feng, forcing their way into his eyes, his mouth, his very soul. It's a possession attempt. Lin Feng falls to his knees, clutching his head. Inside his mind, the necromancer's voice echoes. Though it's the lowest profession, your talent is quite decent. Consider yourself lucky to become my vessel. Lin Feng's internal world is a dark void. He can feel his consciousness being pushed aside. But then Lin Feng smiles. It's not a smile of defeat, it's a predatory grin. Is that so? He strains, forcing the words out. At least I've been training since childhood without slacking for a single day. To take over my body, I'm afraid you'll have to work a bit harder. The necromancer pauses, something is wrong. The resistance isn't coming from magic power, it's coming from sheer will. So what? The demon sneers. Inferior is inferior, my power is a height you'll never reach. Lin Feng's eyes flash. Seems like luck isn't on my side this time. He stands up. The purple energy is swirling around him, trying to consume him, but it's hitting a wall. Then let's both go down together happily. Lin Feng grabs a dagger from his belt. Wait, no, it's a small hand scythe. He raises it. Wait, what do you think you're doing? The necromancer's voice screams inside his head. Panic, actual panic. Lin Feng plunges the scythe into his own chest. Blood sprays. Even if we perish together, I won't give you my body. Dad, I really don't want to come over there and get scolded by you. His thoughts scream as darkness overtakes his vision. He collapses, the purple energy screams, flailing wildly. It's trapped. It can't leave a dying body, but it can't fully possess it either. And then a miracle, or perhaps a mechanic. A golden light erupts from Lin Feng's chest. It's blinding. It's warm. It wraps around the dark, jagged soul of the necromancer like a cage. What is this dazzling light? The demon shrieks. Is that kid's magic power erupting? The golden chains tighten. The demon form, the traitor Ho Jiao, is pulled apart, shredded by the brilliant radiance. This can't be. This is impossible. Crack, the demon shatters into 1,000,000 fragments of light. The energy doesn't dissipate. It swirls, condensing and flowing into Lin Feng. System message, you have acquired a new talent, inherited profession, necromancer. Lin Feng's eyes snap open. Gasp, he sits up, patting his chest. No wound, no blood, I'm still alive. He looks at his hands, they feel different, stronger, darker, but familiar. He looks around, the alley is empty, the traitor is gone. I can still control my body, that person didn't succeed in possessing me. He stands up, dusting off his jacket. Open. A holographic screen flickers into existence before him. Status screen profession, Spirit Farm Master level 1, weight level 1. He scans the stats. Strength 300, Constitution 300, Luck 300, Spirit 100, Agility 100, 300 Strength at level 1. This is unheard of. A normal level 1 warrior might have 10 Strength. He looks at the skills. Rapid Land Clearing / Undead Affinity. Efficient Planting / Transcendent Growth. Rapid Harvesting / Undead Summoning. Yield Increase / Soul Extraction. Farm Tool Mastery Max. Lin Feng stares at the screen, the purple glow illuminating his face. A slow, disbelief-filled smile spreads across his lips. My profession, he whispered. He wasn't just a farmer, and he isn't just a necromancer. He's a spirit farm master with the power over life and death. The useless farmer just became the most broken existence in the world. And the best part, he's just getting started. Oh man, talk about a glow-up. Lin Feng went from selling tomatoes to absorbing a boss-level demon in 10 minutes flat. And did you see those stats? 300 strength at level 1 is absolutely broken. He's going to redefine what it means to be a farmer. I can't wait to see the Academy's reaction when he walks in. What do you guys think? Is Battle Farmer the new meta? Let me know. Alright, hold on to your seats because things just got complicated. We are jumping straight back into the chaos. The dust is settling, the magical sparks are fading, and Lin Feng is standing there, staring at a holographic screen that is shattering every known rule of this world. He's alive, he's breathing. And most importantly, he's looking at his status window like he's just seen a ghost, which technically, considering what just happened, might not be too far off. Let's look at what he's seeing. The panel glows with that familiar blue light, identifying him clearly. Lin Feng, profession, spirit farm master, but look at that tag next to it. Mutated, unique. That is not something you see every day on a farmer's resume, but the real kicker, the stats. Oh man, look at these numbers. Strength 300, Constitution 300, Agility, Magic Power, Spirit, everything is sitting at numbers that should be impossible for a beginner. Lin Feng is thinking exactly what we're thinking. He mutters to himself, completely baffled. My level reset to 1, but all my maxed out farmer attributes are retained. This is insane. Imagine starting a new game, you're back at level 1, but you kept all your endgame gear and stats from your previous run. That is the definition of broken. He touches his chin, his mind racing a mile a minute. He realizes something even crazier. His magic power didn't just stay the same, it actually increased. And he knows why. It's because of that absolute maniac, the necromancer, who tried to possess his body. That guy's soul force didn't destroy Lin Feng, it became fuel. This is a game changer. Lin Feng's eyes narrow as the gears turn in his head. This means when I level up again, my attributes can break through the past limitations of the farmer class. Usually a farmer is just, well, a farmer, you grow corn, you make sure the potatoes don't die, and you stay away from the front lines. But Lin Feng, he's starting from a stat baseline that most warriors grind for years to achieve. But then the system decides to drop another bombshell. A notification pops up, crackling with dark purple energy. New skill acquired, undead summoning. Wait, what? A farmer with undead summoning? That's like a pacifist learning how to launch a nuke. Lin Feng looks at the skill and suddenly the air around him shifts. A chibi version of him pops up in his imagination, looking nervous. I can actually summon undead. I hope it's not summoning that guy. He's terrified that if he uses this skill, he might accidentally bring back the necromancer who tried to hijack his brain. And honestly, valid concern, but curiosity. Oh, curiosity is a dangerous thing. Lin Feng holds out his hand. Let's try it. The energy surges, and these visuals are incredible. You have the vibrant, life-affirming green energy of the spirit farm master swirling around his hand. But then, crashing into it, is this jagged, malevolent purple lightning of the undead magic. It's a clash of opposites, life and death, literally mixing in the palm of his hand. Lin Feng watches in awe as the energies twist together. The farmer's magic power is merging with the undead magic power. Boom, the energy sphere stabilizes, glowing with an ominous dark light. He checks his profession tree again. It hasn't just changed, it's evolved. An additional profession has branched off from his main tree. He realizes the truth now. Necromancer, that guy who entered my body wasn't just some random dark wizard. He was an awakener of this legendary inherited profession. This isn't just a power-up, it's a burden. Lin Feng starts sweating. He realizes the danger instantly. Could it be that guy? He looks at the dark energy pulsing in his hand. It feels foreign, it feels hungry. I can feel this power doesn't belong to me yet, he thinks, his expression tightening. If I can't quickly tame it and thoroughly convert it into my own power, not only will my farmer profession collapse and disappear, but my consciousness will be devoured by this guy again. The stakes just went through the roof. He's in a race against time against his own mana pool. He has to master this dark art or he becomes a puppet. But being Lin Feng, he looks at the swirling ball of death and thinks, though this shit yellow color really does look earthy, only a farmer would look at necrotic energy and think about soil quality. He takes a deep breath, undead summoning. The ground rumbles, a massive magic circle erupts beneath his feet. Purple runes light up the alleyway, casting long, creepy shadows against the brick walls. The energy whirls, condensing into forms. From the void, two figures emerge, and they are absolutely terrifying. First, a towering figure in jagged obsidian armor, radiating an aura of pure dread. The system tags him, UAE Undead Sage, level 1. Second, a wild, fierce-looking entity with purple flames for hair and markings glowing all over his body. Haizio Undead Wild Hunt, level 1. Lin Feng stares at them. It really is these two. He recognizes them, but the system clarifies. Although their levels were reset to match Lin Feng's current state, all their abilities are preserved. They can level up again. This is like getting 2 max-level champion characters on your team, but you just have to help them grind a bit of XP to get them back to prime form. It's the ultimate carry. But there's no time to celebrate. Lin Feng hears sirens in the distance. The law enforcement squad is coming. I need to get out of here fast, he thinks, dismissing the magic. He starts running, his backpack bouncing against his shoulders. As he sprints under the blue sky, the reality of his situation hits him. No one will believe an ordinary farmer could eliminate 2 extraordinary individuals, he reasons. But if my current situation is exposed, it might bring fatal disaster upon me. He's right. If the world finds out he's harboring the power of a necromancer, especially that necromancer, he won't be hailed as a hero. He'll be hunted down as a monster. He needs a plan. The urgent priority is to find a place that can provide protection, resources, and high-tier land. He grins, a confident, almost predatory smile spreading across his face. place where I can experiment with controlling this dangerous new power and turn Dad's theories into reality. Flash forward 1 day later, we are now at Lin Feng's family farmland. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. Well, for now, Lin Feng is standing in the middle of a field. He's listening to a news broadcast on his phone. A reporter is talking about the finance channel, wishing a happy birthday to a veteran agricultural teacher. Lin Feng ignores the fluff. He's focused on the plant in his hand. He's channeling that strange, hybrid purple-green energy into a simple crop. The crops catalyzed by my new power all become somewhat strange, he notes. Strange is putting it mildly. Suddenly, the vines in his hand explode outward. They writhe and twist like snakes, turning a dark, sickly purple color. They latch onto the trellis, growing at a supernatural speed. It's a tangled mess of thorns and pulsating veins. And then, crack, a giant flower bud opens up, revealing teeth. Is that a mouth? A poor little sparrow flies by, probably thinking, oh nice, a flower. Snap, the plant lashes out. A black, tentacle-like tongue snatches the bird out of the air. The plant crunches down, gone just like that. Lin Feng stares at this monstrosity, sweat dripping down his forehead. What the hell is this? He's horrified. If people see these things, won't they think it's a demon invasion? He's not wrong. Imagine walking past a cornfield and the corn tries to eat you. I need to dispose of them quickly, he yells, rushing forward to stomp on the mutant cabbage. He's fighting his own crops. He kicks a cabbage and it looks like it's trying to bite his ankle. Later, he's sitting there with a bag full of the weird mutant vegetables. He's calming down, analyzing the situation. This new magic power actually caused such terrifying mutations in ordinary crops, he wonders, if I can control this power and actively guide it to cultivate crops. His eyes light up, the gears are turning again. I might be able to create the special varieties that Dad conceptualized but never successfully cultivated. Those high-value crops that can enhance professions. This is it. This is his golden ticket. But before he can get too excited, the news broadcast changes tone. Interruption with urgent news, the anchor says, looking serious. Wanted inherited profession holder necromancer Hai Zio started a rebellion yesterday, eliminating Dean Yue Yi. His crimes are heinous. Anyone with leads will be heavily rewarded. Any acts of harboring will be treated as complicity. Lin Feng freezes. The color drains from his face. As expected, he thinks his eyes shadowing over yesterday's incident. He realizes the true identity of his two summons. The undead wild hunt is the rebel necromancer Hai Zio, and the undead sage is the Dean Yue Yi who was killed. He's literally carrying around the souls of a terrorist and his victim in his pocket. I absolutely cannot let others know about the necromancer's undead power, he decides firmly. That is a one-way ticket to execution. He looks at his farming tools. He needs a cover story. He needs to rebrand. I need to think of a name for my undead servants so they can pass inspection, otherwise there'll be trouble. He pauses, then snaps his fingers. I'll just call them farm servants. My profession panel says spirit farm master. As the farm master, it's perfectly normal to have a few servants, right? That is the most audacious logic I have ever heard. Oh, these aren't legendary undead spirits, they're just interns. Yeah, unpaid interns. The news continues. To cope with demon pressure, Extraordinary Academy is expanding enrollment. All who pass the assessment will receive resource allocation from the Academy and be granted private estates capable of growing high-tier crops, plus special subsidies. Lin Feng's eyes lock onto the screen. This is exactly what he needs. I enrolled students can hire farmers to grow high recovery crops for them. He stands up, looking at the city skyline in the distance. The Academy, it's perfect. The Academy's land is safe, fertile, and has resource support. This is exactly what I need most right now. He clenches his fist, determination burning in his eyes. I must get in. The necromancer identity is a ticking time bomb, but spirit farm master. To outsiders, that's just a farmer. Scene change, we are at the Extraordinary Academy Registration Plaza. It's bustling, people everywhere, security guards and shades. Lin Feng walks up to the desk. Name, age, awakened profession level. Lin Feng, 18 years old, he says calmly. Spirit Farm Master, level 1. The recruiter, a guy with a goatee who looks like he smells like expensive cologne and judgment, pauses. He looks at the paper, then he looks at Lin Feng. Spirit Farm Master, he repeats, looking bored. Never heard of this profession. Another non-combat profession trying to sneak in. Release your profession aura. Lin Feng complies. He raises his hand and a gentle, swirling green energy appears. It's pure, it's vibrant, it's extremely agricultural. The recruiter scoffs, disdainful, the text reads, and yeah, that's the vibe. HMPH, so it's the garbage aura of a farmer profession. Next, don't waste my time. Ouch, the disrespect. The crowd behind Lin Feng starts laughing. Spirit Farm Master, did he make that up himself? Hilarious. A level 1 farmer trash dares to apply, go back to farming. Instructor Lee is wise, this kind of garbage, I wouldn't even hire him to farm for me, don't drag down the school's standards. The mockery is relentless, but Lin Feng, he doesn't flinch, he stands his ground looking cool as ice. Instructor Lei, Lin Feng says, his voice steady. My profession is a mutated profession. I hope you'll give me a chance. My fundamentals are very solid. Instructor Lee leans back, crossing his arms. He looks at Lin Feng like he's a bug on his windshield. Solid fundamentals? What fundamentals can a level 1 piece of trash have? Security, throw him out. 2 burly guards step forward. But Lin Feng pulls out his phone. He holds it up. Hello, Supervision Bureau. There's a teacher here refusing to let me take the academy exam. Instructor Li's eyes go wide. You dare report me, believe it or not, I'll make you regret it. Lin Feng steps closer, getting right in the guy's face. The tension is electric. I don't believe a level 1 farmer like you can pass the test, Li snarls. The crowd whispers, even if he's a farmer profession, rejecting him is one thing, but this is too much. Isn't Instructor Li's requirement a bit excessive? I heard his promotion failed, so he could only come work at the admissions office. Ah, so that's it. He's taking out his career frustration on the students. Instructor Li realizes he's losing face. He yells at the crowd. Anyone who doesn't want to take the test can get lost. He turns back to Lin Feng, a cruel smirk on his face. He points to a massive wooden gate leading into a forest. Kid, you can still admit defeat now if you want. Lin Feng just walks past him, hands in his pockets. Thanks for leading the way. Boom, the disrespect returned. I love this guy. Lin Feng enters the test area. It's a dense forest with giant roots twisting everywhere. The challenge, catch horned rabbits. Most students are running around trying to catch these fast little critters, but Lin Feng, he finds a quiet spot behind a massive tree root. He crouches down. It's time to let these horned rabbits experience the terror of industrialized farming, he whispers. He pulls out a glass jar filled with an orange powder. This bag of carrot essence powder is my latest creation. It can easily lure even level 20 mighty rabbits, let alone these few level horned rabbits. This is a piece of cake. He sprinkles the powder on the ground. Then he stands up and cracks his knuckles. The atmosphere changes instantly. The playful farming vibe vanishes. The purple shadows return. Come out, he commands. From the shadows, his 2 farm servants materialize. The undead sage and the wild hunt. They look imposing, terrifying, and completely out of place for a rabbit hunt. Waiting for rabbits is too slow, Lin Feng says, a dark smirk playing on his lips. You two, listen up. The undead servants bow their heads, awaiting orders. While ensuring no one else sees you, Lin Feng orders, eliminate every horned rabbit lured nearby. He pauses for dramatic effect, as many as possible. The wild hunt grins, purple flames flaring from his eyes. He vanishes into the trees with a sonic boom. Whoosh. It's absolute chaos. We see flashes of purple lightning tearing through the forest. The cute pink bunnies don't stand a chance. The wild hunt is moving like a blur, grabbing them midair. The undead sage is casting spells, trapping them in bubbles of water. Swish, swish. It's not a hunt, it's a harvest, a highly efficient, magical, undead-powered harvest. Lin Feng watches from the sidelines, looking satisfied. These two are still this powerful even as level 1 undead. I really lucked out. Time passes. A bell rings, time s up. Back at the entrance, Instructor Li is checking the results. He looks bored. All examinees come out and submit the rabbit horns you obtained. Students are walking out looking defeated. 2, failed, Li shouts. 3, failed, not even one, trash should get as far away as possible. The other examiners are whispering. There are usually plenty of rabbits. Why were they so hard to find this time? You got 4, that's decent. Some people didn't get a single one and can only wait for the next recruitment. It seems like there's a shortage of rabbits. I wonder why. Could it be the necromancer vacuum cleaner in the woods? Finally, Lin Feng walks out. He looks fresh, relaxed, not a speck of dirt on him. Instructor Li sneers. Trash, hand over your haul, you probably don't even have a single. Lin Feng interrupts him by activating his storage ring. Whoosh. A mountain of pink fur and horns pours out. It keeps coming and coming. It piles up like a landslide, burying the desk, burying the other students, almost burying Instructor Li. Lin Feng stands there holding a massive green rune in his hand. A total of 500 horned rabbit horns, Lin Feng says with a dazzling, innocent smile. Would you like to count them? The crowd's jaws hit the floor. The guy in the back is screaming in shock. Instructor Li is sweating bullets. He's trembling. 500, you cheated. He can't accept it. He refuses to accept it. But then a deep, authoritative voice cuts through the noise. Enough at your age, still bullying a kid who taught you this behavior. Instructor Li freezes. He turns around slowly. Director, why are you here? Standing there is an older gentleman, very dapper, monocle, tailored suit, gray hair slicked back. This is the teaching director, and he does not look happy with Li. If I didn't come, the director says, adjusting his monocle, my pet rabbits would have been wiped out by certain people with no professional ethics. Wait, those were his pets. Lin Feng just depopulated the director's personal petting zoo. The director looks at Lin Feng. He doesn't look angry. He looks impressed. You've passed the preliminary test, he declares. Lin Feng bows slightly. Thank you for your fairness, teaching director. The director walks past him, but as he does, he pauses. The panel shifts to show a close-up of the director's eye behind the monocle. It's sharp, observant. You give me a familiar feeling, the director whispers, leaning in. Do you know that? The music stops. The triumph turns into tension instantly. Lin Feng freezes. His heart skips a beat. He walks away trying to keep his cool, but his internal monologue is screaming. Have I been exposed? We see Lin Feng walking away, his back to the camera. He looks calm on the outside, but we know he's terrified. The director sensed something. Did he sense the farmer, or did he sense the necromancer hidden beneath? Lin Feng clutches his backpack straps tight. He made it in, but he might have just walked straight into the lion's den. Scene end. The air is thick with tension. It's that kind of silence that screams louder than any shout. We are standing right in the middle of a confrontation that feels like it's been building for a lifetime. The professor Linze stands there adjusting his monocle, looking down with an expression that's impossible to read. And then he drops the question that cuts through the noise. What is your relationship with Professor Linze? The protagonist freezes, the atmosphere shifts, it's heavy. You can practically feel the weight of the gaze bearing down on him. This isn't just a teacher asking a student a casual question. This is personal. The energy radiating off the older man is intense, authoritative, almost suffocating. And then the reveal hits. It's casual, almost throwaway, but it changes everything. Linze is my father, do you know him? Boom, just like that, the card is on the table. The protagonist plays it cool, scratching his cheek, a little awkward smile on his face like he's talking about the weather and not dropping a massive familial bomb. But inside, you know his heart has to be racing. He's testing the waters. Older man, the one with the monocle and the aura of a veteran warrior, leans in. A smirk touches the corner of his lips. So you're the son of an old friend, looking at you. Are you preparing to enroll in the academy? The tension doesn't vanish, but it shifts flavor. It goes from hostile to conspiratorial. The man leans closer, his voice dropping to a whisper that only they can hear. Having trouble, want your uncle here to pull some strings for you. Well, hold up. Uncle, is he serious? Or is this some kind of test? This guy goes from intimidating interrogation to offering a backdoor entry in the span of 5 seconds. It's suspicious. It's incredibly suspicious. Even our main character looks a little thrown off by the sudden shift in demeanor. But before he can even process this offer, the moment is shattered. Hey director, everyone is watching. A voice cuts in, sharp and commanding. All heads turn. Walking into the scene is a woman who demands attention. Pink hair cascading down her back, glasses perched on her nose, and an outfit that screams, I make the rules here. She's got her hands on her hips, looking unimpressed by the little family reunion happening in the middle of her academy. The older man, this so-called uncle, straightens up immediately. He laughs it off, waving his hand. I was just making an offhand comment. But look at the crowd. The other students are murmuring. You've got guys whispering in the back. That's the director. Why is he talking to that kid? The spotlight is on them and it's burning hot. The uncle turns back to our protagonist, his expression shifting back to that dignified, slightly mysterious look. Anyway, nephew, your uncle has some business to take care of first. When you're enrolled, I'll show you around the academy. And with that, he sweeps away, his coat billowing behind him like a cape. But as he leaves, the protagonist is left standing there, sweat dropping down his face. He's looking at the retreating back of this powerful figure and thinking exactly what we are all thinking. This director, why does he give me such an unreliable feeling? Yeah, no kidding, the guy feels like a chaotic whirlwind wrapped in a fancy suit. But there's no time to dwell on the weird family dynamics because the pink-haired woman, the real authority here, claps her hands. Students, those who passed the preliminary test, follow me. Those who didn't pass, don't be discouraged. There will be another chance. The crowd starts moving. The energy shifts from personal drama to collective anxiety. This is it, the real test is about to begin. But while the students are shuffling forward, nervous and excited, the scene cuts away. We need to zoom out for a second because something much darker is happening in the shadows. We are taken to a sleek, cold meeting room. The sign on the wall reads, Extraordinary Academy, Sunwheel Division Investigation Room. This is where the heavy hitters are. The lighting is dim, blue-tinted, clinical. A man stands by a screen looking at profiles. The atmosphere here isn't about tests or schools, it's about life and death. Dean Yueyi and Hai Zio disappeared at the same time, the investigator says, his voice grim. It must be that Dean Yueyi discovered Hai Zio's secret and was found out while investigating. The theory is being spun. They are trying to piece together a puzzle that we already know the answer to, but they are getting it all wrong, or at least partially wrong. Another investigator chimes in, looking stressed. The two of them ended up taking each other out, but there's still a mastermind behind the scenes who took Hai Zio's inheritance talent. Oh, the irony, they are hunting for a mastermind, completely unaware that the mastermind is currently worrying about his vegetable farm and trying to pass an entrance exam. The lead investigator slams his hand on the table. That's right, it must be. So we just need to find who took the necromancer talent, and we'll find the truth of the matter. But there's a voice of reason in the room. A younger agent, sweating buckets, tries to intervene. Tuka, we understand you're eager to get credit, but please stop making such brainless speculations. Tuka isn't having it. He slams his hands down, eyes wide with manic desperation. None of you believe me, right? Just you wait, I'll definitely find evidence. He storms out, the door slides shut, leaving the others in an awkward silence. Shouldn't we try to stop him? The female agent asks. That's not good, right? He's one of the Duke's men after all. The older agent sighs, looking tired. It's better that he left. The Sunwheel Academy is for training elites, not for people to be stuffed in here to get credentials. But then the conversation takes a terrifying turn. The uncle, Professor Lin Zi, steps into the frame, his face shadowed, his eyes cold behind that monocle. The playful demeanor he had with the protagonist is gone, completely gone. This is the face of a cold-blooded operator. Orders have come from above, he states, his voice like ice. If Hai Zio is found, eliminated on sight, understood, eliminated on sight, no trial, no questions, just destruction. The female agent hesitates. What if Hai Zio is already dead? Lin Zi's eyes narrow. He might have already changed his identity. Whoever uses necromancer skills will just eliminate them all. Chills, guys, absolute chills. This confirms the stakes. If the protagonist reveals his powers, if he slips up even for a second, his own uncle will be the one to put him down. The danger level just spiked through the roof, cut back to the academy. The sun is shining, the vibe is deceptively bright. We are at the retest mission hall. The pink-haired instructor is standing at a podium, looking down at the sea of hopeful students. The retest mission is as follows. All new students are required to clear the level 5 special dungeon outside the city, the demonic beast lair. Time limit is 3 hours. Panic erupts instantly. A level 5 dungeon, but we're only level 4 or 5. One student cries out, clutching his friend's arm. We might have a chance if we just wear down the final boss, but isn't a 3-hour time limit too difficult? Can anyone actually do that? The murmurs of fear spread like wildfire. They're terrified. And rightly so, a level 5 dungeon is no joke for newbies. But the instructor smiles, a knowing glint in her eyes. Of course, we aren't asking you to clear it alone, she says, her voice soothing the panic slightly. You are allowed to team up, but the maximum team size is 5 people. Once your team is formed, register with me to start the timer. Chaos ensues. It's a scramble. Everyone starts shouting, looking for teammates. For seeking one, need a strong front row warrior. Elemental mage looking for a team. My damage is explosive. I'm a cute little support tilde. Any big brothers willing to carry me tilde. It's like a chaotic marketplace of abilities. Everyone is desperate to find a group that will keep them alive. And amidst this frantic energy, our protagonist stands alone, calm, collected, looking at a holographic interface. He's checking his stats. He's cool as a cucumber while everyone else is losing their minds. Suddenly, a shadow falls over him. He looks up. Standing there is a girl, and not just any girl, she's radiating confidence. Pink buns in her hair, a traditional combat outfit, bright eyes, she looks strong. Hello, I'm a level 7 magic type occupation, she says, clasping her hands together with a polite smile. I saw your preliminary test. You must be very strong to kill so many magic-horned rabbits. May I please team up with you? The protagonist stares at her. Level 7, that's high. In this crowd of level 4s and 5s, she's an elite. Teaming up with her would make this test a walk in the park. Any normal person would jump at the chance. Yes, please carry me, is what they should say. He thinks about it. Level 7, that's definitely strong enough to clear the dungeon solo. If I were still just a farmer, I'd probably be happy to team up, right? His internal monologue shifts. His eyes darken slightly. But my necromancer abilities absolutely cannot be exposed, so. He adjusts his backpack, puts on a polite but firm smile, and drops the rejection. Sorry, but I must refuse. I prefer to act alone. The girl blinks, she's stunned. Then I wish you a smooth clear, she says, recovering quickly, but you can see the confusion. Why would anyone turn down a free ticket to victory? She watches him walk away. He strides toward the registration desk, ignoring the bewildered looks from other students. He approaches the pink-haired instructor. Alone, she asks, raising an eyebrow. The dungeon difficulty isn't low. It's fine, please give me the mission, he replies, voice steady. She studies him. This woman has seen hundreds of students. She knows arrogance when she sees it, and she knows stupidity. But this kid, he's different. You want to solo it? She asks, a sharp intelligence in her gaze, then she smirks. Are you after the final solo clear reward, the Black Bear's Gall? She pulls out a canister, showing it to him. That reward is a big boost for low-level players like you, but you should still act within your abilities. The protagonist's eyes lock onto the item. He smiles. It's a confident, predatory smile. Thank you for the reminder. He takes the canister. He's not doing this for glory, he's doing it for the loot, and that makes him even more dangerous. We cut to the entrance of the dungeon. It's a massive, swirling vortex of blue energy framed by jagged, bone-like structures. It looks like the mouth of a beast waiting to swallow anyone foolish enough to enter. 3 students in suits, maybe proctors or just observers, watch as the protagonist walks toward the gate. Student, where are your teammates? One asks. I'm alone, he says, not breaking stride. Alone? A level 5 dungeon is too dangerous alone. You should come back when you've found teammates. The protagonist stops for a microsecond, glancing back over his shoulder. The rules allow for solo entry. The observers are left stunned. He's probably trying to get the solo clear Black Bear's Gall, one mutters. He's got guts, but he should really consider if he has the strength for it. He steps into the swirling vortex. Good luck. The screen fades to white as he transitions into the instance. And then, boom, we are inside, the demonic beast lair dungeon interior. It's an alien landscape. Strange, organic structures rise up like twisted trees. The ground is littered with pulsating purple eggs. The air is filled with floating spores. It's eerie, it's quiet. But not for long. The protagonist walks forward, his jacket flapping in the supernatural wind. A blue aura flares around him. He's not sneaking. He's not hiding. He's walking like he owns the place. Level 3 and level 4 monsters are no longer a threat to me at level 6, he thinks, analyzing the environment. Suddenly screech, 2 reptilian beasts lunge at him. Razor-sharp teeth, glowing eyes, claws that could shred steel. They are fast, but he doesn't even flinch. Whoosh, a massive purple scythe of energy cleaves through the air. It happens in a heartbeat. 1 second the monsters are midair, screaming for blood. The next, they are obliterated, sliced clean through by a force that shouldn't belong to a student. Hiss. Although the guidebook said there would be a lot of monsters, this is a bit much. He looks ahead. A giant, multi-eyed monstrosity is looming in the background, surrounded by dozens of those purple eggs. It's grotesque, a nightmare made flesh. Most people would run, most people would scream. Our guy, he smirks. But it's a good chance to test the new summoning method. He raises his hand. The air warps. Dark violet energy explodes from his body, cracking the ground beneath his feet. It's sinister, it's powerful, and it's beautiful in a terrifying way. Activate skill, Undead Summoning. Crack, rumble, the ground bursts open, skeletal claws reach out from the void, but these aren't just bones, they are wreathed in blue spectral fire. Shadows twist and form into solid shapes. An army rises from the dirt, eyes glowing with malevolent light. Minions charge, he points a finger forward. The command is absolute. The undead horde surges forward like a tidal wave of death. They are fast, savage, tearing into the dungeon monsters with reckless abandon. Blue slashes of energy fill the air. The dungeon monsters don't stand a chance, it's a massacre. Monster form undead retain some of their living characteristics. The protagonist explains via narration, watching the chaos with a critical eye. They are aggressive but have low intelligence and can only follow simple commands. He watches a spectral wolf tear a lizard apart. They also consume less mana. I wonder if they can do chores like fetching water aside from fighting. Did you hear that? He's in the middle of a dungeon, surrounded by carnage, and he's wondering if his undead army can help with the irrigation on his farm. This guy's priorities are absolutely unhinged, and I love it. But he's not done. Oh no, he's just warming up. Now for the real firepower. He channels more energy. The purple lightning intensifies. A massive silhouette forms behind him, a humanoid figure clad in dark, spiked armor glowing with eldritch power. This one feels different. It feels intelligent. Another figure forms, a winged entity, majestic and terrifying. Human form undead have higher intelligence, he notes, can use their skills from when they were alive and are more flexible in combat. The scene shows these elite units engaging. They aren't just mindless berserkers, they are dodging, weaving, using tactical strikes. It's poetry in motion. And then we get the Chiba vision. The protagonist imagines these terrifying warriors carrying buckets of water and hoeing the fields. In the future, I can have them do all the weeding and fertilizing in the fields, he thinks, a goofy grin on his face. Unbelievable. He's looking at a literal Death Knight and thinking, yeah, you'd be great at harvesting potatoes. Back to reality, the combat is fierce. Energy blasts everywhere. The protagonist walks through the storm of violence untouched. Ding, level up, level 7. He's grinding XP like it's nothing. Good efficiency, he mutters. His army of shadows surrounds him, a protective phalanx of blue fire. He looks like a king walking through his conquest. Time check, only half an hour and I'm already at the boss room. He stands before a massive cavern entrance. The darkness inside is palpable. This is where the real challenge lies, depths of the dungeon boss room. Roar, a sound shakes the cavern walls. Chains rattle, massive iron chains that look thick enough to hold a dragon. Out of the shadows steps the boss. It's a colossal werewolf-like beast bound in chains, glowing with blue runes. Its eyes are pure fury. It swipes its claws and the air screams. The protagonist looks up at the towering beast. Does he look scared? Does he look worried? Nope. He smiles, a sharp, confident smile. The boss, just in time to test my combined combat power. Come on out. He snaps his fingers. Whoosh, his two elite summons, Hai Lin and Yue Yi, materialize instantly. One is the armored warrior, the other the winged mage. Hai Lin tie it up from the front, Yue Yi weaken it with curses. Other units harass and attack its joints and eyes. He's barking orders like a seasoned general. This isn't a fight, it's a tactical dismantling. The summons move in perfect synchronization. Hai Lin catches the beast's claws, struggling against the brute's strength but holding firm. Yue Yi blasts it with debuff magic, purple energy swirling around the boss, sapping its strength. The smaller minions swarm over it like ants, biting, scratching, distracting. The boss roars in frustration, thrashing against the chains and the undead assault. It unleashes a massive shockwave of blue energy. Boom, debris flies everywhere, but the protagonist is sitting, on a rock a safe distance away, casually watching the fight. Their coordination is getting more and more practiced, he muses. A holographic notification pops up next to him, mana recovery plus 666, mana recovery plus 888. His mana is regenerating faster than he can spend it. He's basically an infinite engine of necromancy. Just a little more. The boss prepares a final attack, gathering energy in its maw, but it's too late. The undead army converges. A massive explosion of purple and white light engulfs the screen. The shockwave ripples out, blowing back the dust. Silence falls over the cavern. Ding, level up, level 8. It is over, the beast falls, loot drops scatter across the ground, bags of gold materials, and a glowing red bottle. The protagonist picks it up, he inspects it. Just a 10-point increase in constitution, completely useless. It's not even as much as the buff from my super crops. He tosses the rare potion in his hand like it's a piece of trash. The disrespect. People would kill for that stat boost, and he's comparing it to his magical cabbages. Suddenly, the system interface glitches out, calculating dungeon rewards, confirming current occupations, farmer, necromancer, distributing corresponding rewards. Whoosh, whoosh, two massive treasure chests materialize in front of him. The protagonist's eyes go wide. The dungeon settlement actually gave 2 sets of rewards. Is it because I have dual occupations? This is huge. This is a game-breaking bug. If he gets double rewards for everything, his growth speed is going to be exponential. But then, his mind immediately goes back to his true passion. If dungeon settlements can give double rewards, then is there also room to maneuver with the crops I plant? He's thinking about duplicating tomatoes. I can't with this guy. He just soloed a boss and he's strategizing about vegetable yields. Cut to the outside of the dungeon, the blue portal swirls. The students and observers are still hanging around, waiting. He completed it alone. The protagonist walks out. His hands are in his pockets. He looks bored. The crowd gasps, their jaws hit the floor. Impossible, absolutely impossible. We all know what it's like in there. He must have gone in and hidden just to save face. Exactly, he's so clean. How could he possibly have fought that horde of demonic beasts? They are in denial. They can't process it. He doesn't have a scratch on him. No dust, no blood, no torn clothes. He looks like he just went for a stroll in the park. The protagonist ignores the chatter. He walks straight up to the pink-haired instructor. Instructor, I'm here to turn in the mission. He hands over the proof. The instructor takes the paper. She looks at it. She looks at him. Her eyes widen behind her glasses. A stamp slams down on the paper. PASSED. She looks up, a mix of shock and fierce approval on her face. He actually passed. The camera focuses on her bewildered expression. And as a solo. The final shot is of the protagonist. He's walking away, bathed in the light, a satisfied, easygoing smile on his face. He's hidden his power, secured his loot, and bamboozled the entire academy. He's not just a student, he's an anomaly, and nobody has a clue what he's truly capable of. Commentary, oh man, talk about a flex. He didn't just clear the dungeon, he turned it into a farming experiment, and that dual-class glitch giving him double rewards. That is going to be absolutely broken moving forward. But I'm still stuck on the uncle situation. Professor Linza explicitly said he'd eliminate any necromancers, and he's looking right at his own nephew. That family reunion is going to be awkward if the truth comes out. Do you guys think the director suspects something, or is she just impressed by his solo run? Let me know what you think happens when he opens those two chests. See you in the next part. The atmosphere in the academic affairs office is thick enough to choke on. It's that heavy, awkward silence where you can hear the hum of the lights and the scratching of a pen, but the tension? Oh, the tension is screaming. We open right in the middle of a debriefing that feels more like an interrogation. Standing there, cool as a cucumber, is Lin Rui. He's got his hands in his hoodie pockets, looking like he just walked out of a convenience store, not a life or death dungeon. Across from him, dominating the room with a presence that demands attention, is the instructor. She's got flowing pink hair, legs for days, and a gaze sharp enough to cut glass. But right now, she's not impressed. She's skeptical. She looks at the mission scroll on her desk, then back at him. I will submit the mission scroll to the academic affairs office, she says, her voice smooth but carrying a distinct edge of warning. However, your action of a solo clear is still too adventurous. Adventurous, that's a polite way of saying insane. In this world, freshmen don't just walk into dungeons alone and walk out without a scratch. It's unheard of. She stands up, her silhouette imposing against the light of the window. If a freshman is eliminated in a dungeon right after entering the school, that would be a huge problem. She's talking about liability, she's talking about safety protocols. But Lin Rui, he just smiles that easygoing, unbothered smile of his. I understand, thank you, instructor. He turns on his heel and walks out, no arguing, no bragging, just a simple acknowledgement. He's got places to be. As the door clicks shut behind him, the instructor sighs, leaning back against her desk. She adjusts her glasses, the light reflecting off the lenses hiding her eyes for a split second. The final instructor interview will start in the academy auditorium, she murmurs to herself, holding a water bottle like she's trying to crush it. You should go rest first. The scene shifts to the hallway, and we see Lin Rui walking away, hands still in his pockets. The instructor watches him go, her expression shifting from professional concern to something a bit more critical. Hope this teaches him a lesson, she thinks, pushing her glasses up her nose. It's hard to get by in the academy if one is too rash. She thinks he's reckless, she thinks he got lucky. She has absolutely no idea that luck had nothing to do with it. This guy is operating on a completely different level, and the academy isn't ready for him. Cut to the outside. The sun is shining, the trees are green, and the academy grounds look peaceful. Well, they look peaceful until you factor in the human element. Because wherever there's a protagonist minding his own business, there's always a group of guys looking to ruin his day. 3 hulking figures step into Lin Rui's path. These aren't your average students. They're built like tanks, wearing combat gear that probably costs more than a house. They've got that classic "we own this place" swagger. That's right, we'll crush him with numbers. One of them sneers, his grin wide and predatory. Another one chimes in, besides, don't you guys want that demon bear gall that adds 10 stamina? Hey, he's walking away, quick, get him. Lin Rui hasn't even acknowledged them yet, he's just trying to walk down the path. But then, the shout comes. Hey, YOU farmer, stand still. Lin Rui stops, he blinks, looking over his shoulder with genuine confusion. Are you guys shouting at me? The audacity, the leader of the pack, a guy whose biceps are bigger than Lin Rui's head, steps forward. Taking so many rewards all by yourself, aren't you afraid of bursting? Ah, there it is, the jealousy, the greed. They saw a farmer, a support class, a non-combatant walk out with loot that combat classes would eliminate for. Exactly, the second guy yells, cracking his knuckles. You definitely got dog crud luck in the dungeon and picked up a bargain, right? Hand over the demon bear gall and the skill scroll. Lin Rui looks at them totally unimpressed. Be sensible, the third guy threatens, purple energy crackling around his fists. Otherwise, we'll let you, a farmer, know the power of a combat class. This is the hierarchy of this world. Combat classes on top, production classes on the bottom. They think they can just shake him down because of his label. Lin Rui sighs, scratching his cheek. There are so many examinees, why did you choose me? The leader gets right in his face, pointing a finger aggressively. Do you really not know, or are you faking it? The exclusive reward for a solo clear, the Demon Bear Gall. That's a good item that adds 10 stamina. That kind of thing isn't something a farmer like you should hold. Let's pause for a second. 10 stamina. In the grand scheme of things, it's a nice boost. A solid stat upgrade. To these guys, it's a treasure worth mugging someone for. To Lin Rui, he makes a face like he just smelled something bad. Is something that adds 10 stamina that good? The bullies pause. Is he serious? Lin Rui continues, his internal monologue practically leaking out. The watermelons I grow every summer can add plus 10 stamina, and I don't even have to struggle through a dungeon. Boom, the flex, the absolute disrespect. He's comparing their holy grail item to his backyard fruits. He reaches into his inventory. The thing you guys are talking about, is it this? He pulls out a dark, pulsating organ, the Demon Bear Gall. It glows with a faint, ominous energy. The bullies' eyes practically pop out of their skulls. Give it to me. The leader lunges, greed taking over every single brain cell he has. He reaches out, ready to snatch it. Whoosh, a burst of flames erupts between them. It's not just a spark, it's an explosion of orange and yellow fire that forces the bullies to jump back. The heat is intense, scorching the air. Standing there, staff in hand, is a girl. She's wearing a traditional Kipao-style combat dress, her pink hair tied up in double buns. She looks fierce, determined, and completely ready to throw hands. What do you want to do? She shouts, brandishing her staff. Lin Rui blinks, looking at this sudden savior. Private fighting is prohibited in the academy. Do you want to be disqualified? She demands, staring down the three massive guys without flinching. The leader of the bullies scoffs, not looking nearly as intimidated as he should be. Ailing, this matter has nothing to do with you, this kid. Nothing to do with me, she cuts him off, her eyes narrowing. If I can't stand it, it has something to do with me. Oh, she is righteous. She is the textbook definition of a hero. She's stepping in to save the weak, helpless farmer from the big bad bullies. Either leave now, she warns, her staff glowing with magical energy, or I'll report to the instructor immediately and see who suffers more. The bully grins, and it's an ugly look. Report it, that implies you'll have the chance. Since you insist on protecting this farmer, we'll deal with you too. Brothers attack, quick battle, quick decision. They rush her 3 against 1, and these guys aren't pushovers, they're combat elites, but ailing isn't just talk. Lin Rui watches from the sidelines, analyzing the situation instantly. This girl is currently a level 7 class user. She should be pretty strong, he thinks. Is she enough to handle these small fry alone? The fight kicks off. Ailing is moving like a dancer, dodging strikes and countering with bursts of flame. But the bullies are playing dirty. They're flanking her, using their numbers advantage. The methods are truly dirty enough, she grits out, blocking a heavy punch with her staff. She glances back at Lin Rui. She needs backup. Even a farmer can provide a distraction, right? How about we join forces, she yells to him. She turns her head to look at him, expecting him to be readying a hoe or a shovel or whatever farmers use. And what does she see? Lin Rui is sprinting. He is absolutely booking it in the opposite direction. Ailing's jaw drops, her eyes go wide, the betrayal, the sheer confusion. Lin Rui stops for a split second, turning back. He tosses the Demon Bear Gall through the air. Thanks, kind person, this thing is yours. He throws the loot at her. The bullies see the item flying. Their target changes instantly. They don't care about the farmer, they want the gall. Ailing catches it reflexively, looking at the gross, pulsating organ in her hand. She looks at the retreating back of the guy she just tried to save. Wasn't I here to help? She screams internally. Now it's become robbing me. The bullies descend on her like vultures. She has it, get her. Lin Rui doesn't look back, he's gone. He vanishes into the academy building, leaving chaos in his wake. Is he a coward? No, he's efficient. He knows exactly what matters to him, and it's not some stamina-boosting organ. He finds a door marked temporary independent rest room. Perfect, privacy. He locks the door, throws his backpack on the couch, and sits down. The noise of the fight outside is a distant memory. He finally has a moment to breathe. The skill scroll dropped in the dungeon is useless to me, he mutters, pulling out a scroll case from his bag. But what is the reason? He opens it, energy swirls around his fingers. Could it be? He holds the scroll up. It glows with a mesmerizing purple light. This isn't ordinary magic. This is the good stuff. Injecting, he whispers. Mana flows from his hands into the scroll. The ancient paper dissolves into particles of light, rushing into his body. A system window pops up in front of his eyes. Realized new skill, special cultivation. He reads the description. Special cultivation can consume mana and specific materials to cultivate and strengthen undead summons. There is a chance to increase their level quality or realize new skills. Lin Rui's eyes light up. This is it. This is the game changer. He stands up, his shirt falling open, revealing a toned physique that definitely doesn't belong to a typical farmer. Purple lightning begins to crackle around him. Sure enough, it works, he grins, feeling the power surge through his veins. It turns out I needed to input the mana of a dual class simultaneously to activate it. Wait, dual class, that's right, he's not just a farmer, he's hiding something darker, something much more dangerous. Come, let's try the new skill, he extends his hands. The shadows in the room lengthen, twisting and turning until they take form. Two massive figures materialize from the darkness, his undead summons. But he's not done, he activates special cultivation. Purple flames erupt from the floor, engulfing the summons. The energy is wild, chaotic, yet completely under his control. He looks like a demon lord right now, bathed in violet light, a smirk playing on his lips. The transformation is visceral, the armor on his summons cracks and reshapes. Bones grow thicker, dark energy solidifies into jagged spikes. A system notification flashes, high KUI, LV6, LV8. Yi LV6 LV8, one of the summons, a hulking armored warrior, roars silently, its presence doubling in intensity. The other, a swift, agile assassin type, sharpens its blades, the metal glinting with a lethal sheen. But he's still going, the energy arcs across the room. Demon Horned Bear, LV7 LV9. Demon Horned Lizard Eagle, LV5 LV6 LV7, his entire army is leveling up. The Demon Horned Bear grows massive, its fur turning into shadowy flames. The lizard and eagle merge with the darkness, becoming apex predators of the underworld. Lin Rui lowers his hands, the purple flames dying down. He looks at his upgraded squad. Not bad, he's satisfied. This power, it's intoxicating. But then his expression shifts. He looks a little annoyed. The only bad thing is, he sighs, looking up at the ceiling. When will I be able to obtain new fields? I can't bear to ruin the fields at home to experiment with new crops. Can you believe this guy? He just unlocked a god-tier necromancy skill, buffed his personal army of darkness, and his main concern is that he doesn't have enough gardening space. The duality of this man is absolutely hysterical. He cleans up, puts his shirt back on, and walks out of the restroom like nothing happened. He steps into the hallway, stretching his neck. And who does he run into? Ailing, the girl with the pink buns, the one he left to fight 3 guys alone. She's standing there looking a bit disheveled but unharmed. She's clutching the demon bear gall against her chest like it's her firstborn child. Lin Rui stops. He points a finger at her. Hey, you're demon bear gall. Ailing flinches. She clutches the item tighter, her eyes wide with panic. No way, this thing is very valuable. She thinks he wants it back. She thinks he realized his mistake and is going to demand the treasure return. But Lin Rui just looks at her, confused. That thing is yours, he says cheerfully. He walks past her. He literally walks past her. Ailing stands there stunned. Why treat such rotten material as a treasure? She hears him mutter as he walks away. Did I hear that right? Rotten? She looks down at the gall. This item is worth a fortune to freshmen. It's a stat booster. And he called it rotten. Just who is this guy? Cut to deep in the woods. The sunlight filters through the canopy, dappling the forest floor. It's quiet here, secluded, perfect for experiments. Lin Rui is standing in a clearing. He looks left, then right. There shouldn't be anyone here, right? He needs privacy for this next part. He holds out his hand. Purple electricity crackles at his fingertips again. I don't know what effect the new skill has on crops. Wait, he's using special cultivation, a skill meant for undead on plants. This is mad science. This is playing God with agriculture. He pours the dark necromantic energy into the innocent plants at his feet. The reaction is instantaneous. The ground shakes, the plants don't just grow, they mutate. Leaves turn into jagged blades, stems thicken into muscular vines. The green color shifts to a sickly, venomous purple. A massive flower bud swells up and bursts open, not with petals but with teeth. It's a monster plant, a carnivorous, abyssal crop. Lin Rui stares at it. Looks like there's no difference from before. Wait, no difference. He stares closer, the plant twitches. Wait. His eyes go wide, the vines lash out, the plant uproots itself. My goodness, these two things can move. He watches in awe as his crops start walking around the clearing on their roots, snapping their jaws at the air. Can you believe it? The crops can actually move on their own. He's delighted. Most people would be terrified of creating a biological horror. Lin Rui is just happy his farming game has leveled up. But he's not as alone as he thinks. High up in the trees, a figure is perched on a branch. He's dressed in a sleek, long coat, looking down with sharp, predatory eyes. He's holding a device that's beeping frantically. The spirit energy detector shows it's getting closer, the mysterious man thinks. He leaps from the tree, landing silently on the forest floor. My guess was right, there is the aura of a necromancer here. He's hunting dark magic users, and his radar is pointing straight at Lin Rui. He steps into the clearing. He sees Lin Rui standing there, backpack on, looking like a lost student. The man stops, he looks at his detector. It's screaming. He looks at Lin Rui. Hey, looking at your outfit, are you a farmer? The man asks, his voice dripping with skepticism. Lin Rui turns, he sees the man, he sees the arrogance. Did a farmer provoke you? Lin Rui asks calmly. The man's face twists in disgust. A touch of disgust, the narration box tells us, but we can see it. This guy hates production classes. He looks at Lin Rui like he's something stuck to the bottom of his shoe. Farmer, I'm asking you, did you see a strange person appear near here? The man barks. He's looking for a necromancer, a dark, terrifying sorcerer. He refuses to believe the guy in the hoodie standing next to the mutant plants could be him. Lin Rui blinks. He puts a hand to his chin, pretending to think. Actually, yes. The man's eyes light up. Where? Lin Rui points. He points right at the ground, right at his own feet. Isn't he right here? Silence is deafening. The man stares at him. Is he mocking him? You dare humiliate me. The man roars. Flames erupt around him. This guy is powerful. His aura explodes outwards, scorching the grass. I am an elite of the Sunwell Academy, the nephew of the Iron Lion Duke. Oh boy, he's pulling the do you know who my father is card, except it's his uncle. Even worse. As a lowly farmer, you actually dare to be so rude to me, the nephew of a duke. Watch me kill you. He pulls back a fist wreathed in blazing orange energy. He's not holding back. He intends to obliterate this lowly farmer right here and now. The punch comes flying in a devastating wave of fire and force aimed straight at Lin Rui's face. But Lin Rui, he doesn't look scared. He doesn't even flinch. As the fire reflects in his eyes, there's a cold, hard look that replaces his usual easygoing expression. This elite just made the biggest mistake of his life. He judged a book by its cover, and he's about to find out that this farmer harvests souls, not just vegetables. The fist connects with a shockwave that rattles the trees. And that is where we leave it. The deep woods are quiet, but it's the silence before the storm. We are dropping straight into the danger zone, folks. A massive, hulking beast, half man, half wolf, and fully enraged, towers over a figure that looks way too calm for this situation. The beast's claws are glowing with lethal green energy, tearing through the air with a sound like ripping canvas. This isn't a friendly chat, this is a hunt. Lowly farmer, the beast roars, his voice vibrating with disdain. I will make you pay the price for your stupid words and actions. You hear that? He called him a farmer. And looking at our protagonist, Lin Feng, standing there in his casual streetwear, hands in his pockets, he doesn't exactly look like a warrior. He looks like a guy who took a wrong turn on a hiking trail, but look closer. There's no fear in those eyes, just a cold, calculating boredom. The beast lunges, a massive shockwave of green energy explodes outward, shattering the ground, sending debris flying everywhere. It's a direct hit. Or so it seems. The dust settles and Lin Feng is fine. No, he's actually bored. He's blocking the debris with his arms, but his expression says, is that it? The farmer you look down on, Lin Feng says, his voice cutting through the dust, can beat you with one hand. Oh, the disrespect, the absolute swagger. The beast doesn't take this well. He winds up for another strike, screaming in fury. He's going to crush this arrogant human into fertilizer, but as he swings, something strange happens. His movements, they're lagging. It's like his ping just spiked to 9,000. His massive arm feels heavy, his legs are wobbling. Taste this, Lin Feng shouts, but he's not throwing a punch. He's not casting a fireball, he's just standing there. The beast stumbles. What is this? Lin Feng smirks. It's the smirk of a man who won the fight 10 minutes ago. The monk's hood in my field, he explains casually, like he's giving a gardening lecture. It was unknowingly eroded by undead mana and gained a paralysis effect. Last time I tasted it, I was numb and laid out for a whole day. Wait, hold on, did he just say he tasted it? This guy tested undead poison on himself just to see what it does. That is unhinged behavior. I love it. Grinding this stuff into powder, Lin Feng continues, it really can be used as an anesthetic. The beast's eyes go wide. He realizes too late that the air around him is filled with fine dust. He inhales, big mistake, huge. The toxins hit his system instantly. Dizziness, weakness, his vision blurs. The massive wolfman who was ready to tear trees out of the ground suddenly looks like a kitten that's had too much catnip. Stars are literally spinning around his head. What kind of method did you use? The beast stammers, his knees buckling. Why do I suddenly have no strength? Lin Feng walks forward, casually dusting off his shoulder. Just some monk's hood powder commonly found in the fields. He steps right up to the paralyzed monster, leaning in with a dark, predatory grin that makes him look scarier than the werewolf. This is our ability as farmers. Boom, cut to the aftermath. And oh man, talk about humiliation. The mighty beast elite's now tied up, dangling from a tree branch by his wrists. And I can't believe I'm saying this, he's stripped down to his heart-patterned boxers. The disrespect is off the charts. Lin Feng has left him hanging there like a bizarre holiday ornament. You can't even beat a farmer, Lin Feng calls back over his shoulder, walking away with his hands in his pockets, and you dare call yourself an elite. Savage, absolute emotional damage. I'll let you cool off here. When someone finds you, consider it a lesson learned. But Lin Feng doesn't have time to gloat. An announcement blares through the air, echoing across the training grounds. All candidates, please gather at the auditorium for the instructor interview. The interview, this is it, the moment where the students get picked by the masters. Lin Feng's expression shifts. He needs to hustle. He's moving fast, the wind whipping through his hair. But as he arrives at the extraordinary academy auditorium, the atmosphere changes. You can feel the eyes on him, and they aren't looks of admiration. Whispers ripple through the crowd of students. Is he the one who solo cleared the level 5 dungeon? I heard he only knows how to run away and live off a woman. He's far worse compared to Shi-Chi and Bo Gu. The rumor mill is brutal. They acknowledge he's strong compared to ordinary candidates, but the elites look at him like he's trash. A level 5 elite, to them, he's just a fraud with a good backstory. Lin Feng ignores them, walking with that same unbothered stride. A girl tries to hand him a bag, maybe returning something he lent her. He waves it off with a smile. You keep it, it's really useless to me. As he walks, he casually bends down and grabs something from the ground. A system notification pops up, temporary constitution +2. The bystanders stare, they are baffled. I really don't get it, one guy mutters. Why do these people treat that kind of thing like a treasure? They don't understand. They see trash. Lin Feng sees stats. That is the grinder mindset. Every little bit counts. Inside the auditorium, the tension is thick enough to cut with a sword. This is the instructor interview site. A panel of high-level, intimidating instructors sits at a long table, judging the souls of the students before them. The rule is simple. Instructors choose students and students choose instructors. It's a mutual selection for success. Students whose names I call come forward. The lead examiner, a guy with a monocle and a beard that screams authority, barks out the first name. First one, Xian. A bulky dude steps up. I'm Xian, level 6 Earth Attribute Warrior. He doesn't just say it, he shows it. Boom, golden energy swirls around him, materializing into a massive, heavy-duty mechanical armor suit. It looks like a walking tank. The crowd goes wild. This is what an elite looks like. A massive instructor, a level 44 Earth Berserker, grins. Not bad, how about I be your instructor? Xian is pumped, I'm willing. It's a perfect match. High energy, big armor, big muscles. The crowd is hyped. Then comes the next name. Next, Lin Feng. The room goes quiet. Lin Feng steps into the spotlight. He doesn't have mech armor. He doesn't have a giant sword. He's just him. Lin Feng, the monocle guy, reads the file. Level 8 occupation. Spirit Farm Lord. Farm Lord, you can practically hear the crickets. But then Lin Feng flares his aura. Whoosh, a burst of green, eerie energy erupts from him. It's potent. It's heavy. The female instructors whisper among themselves. To reach level 8 at this age, his level is so high, but the other lady pushes up her glasses skeptically. Look clearly, he's just a farmer. The bias is real, folks. Our extraordinary academy is for training talent to go to the front lines, not training ordinary people to be cannon fodder. Ouch, they see farmer and think potato peeler, not dungeon clearer. The instructors are arguing. One guy, the bulky berserker from before, actually defends him, but his preliminary test and retest were both excellent. The monocle director sighs. Since everyone has different opinions, how about we conduct a combat ability assessment on this child? A combat test. Put up or shut up. The instructors nod. The berserker guy, let's call him Old G, stands up. I don't care, haha, I'll test him. Old G jumps down into the arena. He lands with a thud that shakes the floor. He stares down Lin Feng. Lin Feng, are you willing? This is a trap. Old G warns him. After all, your ultimate goal is to go to the front lines to fight the demons. If you don't have combat potential, going to the front lines is just a vain sacrifice. Lin Feng looks down, his hair shadowing his eyes. He's thinking, a combat ability test, but my current combat ability isn't high. To fight without exposing my necromancer abilities, that's the catch. He's a secret necromancer hiding as a farmer. If he reveals his true power, raising the dead, summoning skeletons, he's done for. He'll be branded a monster or a villain. He has to fight a level 44 berserker with one hand tied behind his back metaphorically. But then he looks up. That confident, trademark smile is back. I agree. The auditorium clears out. The students watch from the balconies. It's Lin Feng versus the level 44 instructor. This is a David versus Goliath match, but David isn't allowed to use his sling. The assessment is simple. Old G grins, cracking his knuckles. Last 5 minutes against me to prove you have talent for combat. 5 minutes. That sounds short, but in a fight like this, 5 minutes is an eternity. Boom, the instructor powers up. Golden energy explodes from his body like a solar flare. The pressure is insane. The students in the stands way up in the safety zone are literally falling over. So strong is this the pressure of someone over level 40. I feel like I can't breathe. People are gasping, clutching their chests. But look at Lin Feng. He's standing in the eye of the storm, jacket fluttering, completely unbothered. He's surfing the pressure wave like it's a gentle breeze. That guy, a student whispers, he's acting like it's nothing. Old G sees this and smiles. Good kid, just for your persistence, I'll think highly of you. Use all your abilities against me. Attack with full force. Lin Feng narrows his eyes. The pressure of level 44 is indeed powerful, but I can still handle it for now. He raises his hand. Green energy swirls in his palm. It looks like nature magic. It looks harmless. Come out, my servants. The ground cracks. Massive vines erupt from the concrete. But wait, look at the shape. It's not just vines. A hulking, monstrous figure forms out of the greenery. It looks like a giant, leafy bear or a muscular cabbage monster. It's huge, glowing with vibrant green light. Lin Feng thinks to himself, it worked. Wrapping the undead in nature mana can mask the aura of the undead. Genius, he summoned a zombie but dressed it up in a ghillie suit. To everyone else, it looks like a high-level plant summon. Besides, Lin Feng chuckles internally. Who would think this bear looking like a head of cabbage is an undead summon? The crowd is stunned. Oh, it's actually a rare variant occupation. Such rich nature mana, even the monocle director is impressed. Interesting, Old G says, summoning a jagged bone blade. Come on. The fight is on. Old G dashes forward, faster than the eye can see. He's a blur of motion. The cabbage bear roars and intercepts. Bam, the blade meets the plant body, leaves shatter energy sparks. Old G is fast, flipping through the air, slashing and hacking. He lands a heavy blow on the summon's shoulder. Slash, a huge chunk of the plant is carved out. Arg, Old G screams a battle cry, delivering a spinning slash that sends shockwaves through the arena. The cabbage bear is taking a beating, pieces of it are flying everywhere, it's getting shredded, but wait, look closely. The summon doesn't flinch, it doesn't cry out in pain, it just keeps swinging, it's relentless. Old G lands back, panting slightly. He looks at the summon. It's riddled with holes, battered and broken, but it's still standing, it's still fighting. What a loyal summon, Old G remarks, genuinely impressed. If other summons took such heavy injuries, they would have been unsummoned long ago. The bear roars again, charging forward with zero hesitation. Old G dodges a massive paw swipe. He glances at Lin Feng. Old G, are you a bit weak? Lin Feng taunts. Old G frowns. He doesn't know the truth. Lin Feng knows exactly why the bear won't stop. They're undead after all, they don't feel pain or fuss. This kind of flesh wound only needs a little mana to recover. It's a zombie tank, you can chop off its arm and it will just pick it up and hit you with it. Old G realizes he needs to step it up. I wanted to show off a bit in front of the students, but I didn't expect this Lin Feng to actually be quite talented. Looks like I need to bring out something real. His eyes glow, the air gets heavier. Kid, I'll find a way to compensate you for the destroyed summons. Now watch closely, he's not holding back anymore. Berserker skill BLOODTHIRST. Boom, an explosion of golden flame erupts from Old G. He becomes a comet of destruction. He crashes into the cabbage bear with the force of a freight train. The impact is blinding, shatters and disappears. The cabbage bear is vaporized, gone, reduced to solid confetti. Old G stands in the crater, smoke rising from his shoulders. He crosses his arms, looking smug. Smug, the text literally says, he's feeling himself. You must feel bad having your summons destroyed by me, Old G says, trying to be a tough love mentor. It's better to cry it out. I like students with genuine nature the most. Cut to Lin Feng, he's covering his face with his hand, his shoulders are shaking. My summons, he wails, it sounds heartbroken. You killed him, Old G's smirk falters, he feels a pang of guilt. He went too hard on the kid. Hey, don't cry. But then something feels off, Old G looks closer. Lin Feng is peering through his fingers, his eyes, they aren't wet with tears, they're sharp, cold, expressionless. Huh? Old G freezes. Why aren't you sad at all? Is it because the sadness is so overwhelming it has suppressed your emotions? No, Old G, you've been played. Suddenly crack, snap, the ground beneath Old G explodes, not one vine, not two. Dozens, hundreds of massive green tendrils shoot up like spears from hell. Damn it, you brat playing dirty, Old G shouts, realizing he's surrounded. You have so many summons, it's an ambush. The cabbage bear was just a distraction. While Old G was busy feeling cool, Lin Feng was planting the real trap. The vines wrap around Old G's arms, his legs, his torso. He's completely restrained. He tries to flex out of it, snap. He breaks one, but three more take its place. The entire arena is a jungle of green death. Old G is suspended in midair, struggling like a fly in a web. All right, stop, a commanding voice cuts through the chaos. The monocle director steps in. The test is over. Old G drops to the ground, panting, looking at the massive field of summoned vines. He looks at Lin Feng, then at the director. Lin Feng, the director announces, you have proved yourself. You are qualified to become a student of Extraordinary Academy. Victory, the gamble paid off. He passed the combat test without revealing a single skeleton. But there's a catch. The director adjusts his monocle. However, the nature type instructors are on rotation at the battlefield. There is no one to teach you for the time being. Lin Feng blinks, no teacher. Then what about my cultivation resources? That's the important part. He came here for the loot. The academy will absolutely not deduct anyone's cultivation resources, the director assures him. Your resources will be issued normally according to the standard. In addition, as an outstanding student of this exam, you can make a request to the academy. Jackpot. Lin Feng's mind races, freedom, and they give resources. This is simply heaven. No nagging teacher, free stuff, and autonomy. This is the dream life. Then I want a piece of land, Lin Feng declares, pointing a finger upward like he just solved a riddle. The director is stunned, sweat drop moment. You don't want any precious resources, high-grade equipment, or top-tier items, but just a piece of land. That's right, Lin Feng beams. My occupation is Spirit Farm Lord. What kind of farm lord am I without land, don't you agree? It's flawless logic. To them, he's a farmer who wants to farm. To us, we know he needs a private graveyard to raise an undead legion without nosy neighbors. Fine, the director sighs, defeated by the logic. There's a piece of training wasteland in the west of the city that has been idle for a long time. Do whatever you want with it. Thank you, director. Lin Feng turns and walks away, a massive grin on his face. He got exactly what he wanted, a secluded base of operations. If you have any other requests later, come find me, the director calls out. All right, go rest in the back first. Next. The scene shifts, the sun is shining on the academy. It looks peaceful, but we cut to the principal's office. A man in a sharp suit sits at a desk reviewing papers. A woman bursts in, looking frantic. Principal, I have an urgent matter to report. The principal looks up, serious. What is it? She hands him a tablet. The screen shows a gruesome image, a body, or what's left of one. Our member of the investigation team for Hai Zio, Tuka. It has been confirmed that he was brutally murdered by a necromancer. The music stops, the vibe changes instantly. We see a flashback image of the corpse, a muscular man, eyes wide in terror, black shadowy energy consuming his chest. It's horrific. The body is not far from the auditorium, the woman reports, her voice trembling. We suspect that a necromancer has infiltrated the academy. And they just admitted a student who is secretly a necromancer, gave him a secluded piece of land, and let him loose on campus. The irony is suffocating. Lin Feng thinks he's in the clear, but the heat is already turned up to maximum. Oh man, talk about a high-stakes deception. Lin Feng literally dressed a zombie in a cabbage costume and fooled a level 44 master. That is absolutely legendary behavior. And now he's got his own private wasteland to build his army. It's perfect, but that cliffhanger, they found the body. The hunt is on. If they connect the dots, his farmer excuse won't save him. Would you have realized the cabbage was undead? And do you think he can keep this secret while living right under their noses? Let me know in the comments. The wind howls across the desolate expanse of the Western City training wasteland. It's a place where hope usually goes to die, a rugged, untamed stretch of earth that screams danger to anyone with half a brain. But amidst the towering trees and the encroaching shadows, one figure stands undeterred. This isn't a warrior looking for a fight, and it's not a lost soul looking for a way home. No, this is a man with a plan, a map, and a dream that's about to change everything. Meet Lin Feng. He's standing there, clutching a crumpled piece of paper like it's a treasure map leading to El Dorado. He scans the horizon, his eyes locking onto a specific patch of wilderness. A grin spreads across his face, the kind of grin that says he knows something the rest of the world doesn't. Western City training, found it, he declares, his voice cutting through the silence of the forest. He doesn't hesitate, he steps forward, channeling his energy. A vibrant green aura erupts from his hands, swirling around him like a verdant tornado. It's not a combat spell, though. It's a claim. He slams his hand down, or rather, pushes his will into the very soil beneath his feet. The magic ripples outward, scanning, verifying, and unlocking. A holographic interface flickers into existence, hovering in the air before him. The text is crisp, blue, and official. Usage rights for 100 mu of training land in the west of Fengchuan City. Extraordinary Academy. This is it, the moment he's been waiting for. The system confirms the transaction immediately. Temporary lease agreement activated. Current lease duration 1 year. Repulsion barrier open. Accessible only to student Lin Feng. Lin Feng lowers his hand, the magical glow fading, but his expression shifts from excitement to a mild annoyance. He crosses his arms, looking at the notification. Only 1 year, the academy is really stingy, he mutters, shaking his head. It's a classic case of bureaucracy getting in the way of genius. But then he shrugs it off. His logic kicks in. Still, most people will be heading to the front lines after a year, so it makes sense. He takes a deep breath, inhaling the scent of raw earth and potential. He spreads his arms wide, looking out over the vast, empty plot he now commands. A full 100 mu of land, all mine for at least a year. And this is where things get interesting. Most students would use this space for target practice, for sparring, for honing their destructive capabilities. But Lin Feng, he has a different title to uphold. Now this, he announces, his energy spiking again, is worthy of the title Spirit Farm Master. Boom, purple energy explodes from his body this time. It's darker, more ominous, yet controlled. It swirls around him, thick and heavy, twisting into shapes that would make a normal civilian run for the hills. Shadows lengthen, rising from the ground, taking solid forms. He isn't summoning tractors or plows, he's summoning his workforce. From the swirling violet mist, 2 hulking figures emerge. They are armored, demonic, radiating an aura of intimidation that could freeze a lesser man in his tracks. One looks like a knight of the abyss, the other a creature of pure combat instinct. They stand ready, awaiting a command to destroy, to conquer, to annihilate. Lin Feng looks at them, points a finger forward, and shouts with all the enthusiasm of a construction foreman on a deadline. All set, time to get to work. The scene shifts instantly. The ominous atmosphere vanishes, replaced by the rhythmic sounds of farming. Yes, farming, you have to see it to believe it. These terrifying entities, born of darkness and magic, are literally tilling the soil. Great bursts of purple energy are used not to shatter shields, but to break apart hard-packed dirt. Water is summoned not to drown enemies, but to irrigate rows of freshly turned earth. It's a symphony of agriculture performed by monsters. And Lin Feng, he's living the dream. We cut to a little while later. The sun is beating down, but Lin Feng is lounging in a folding chair looking like he's on a tropical vacation. He's holding a slice of watermelon that looks absolutely divine, red, juicy, and glistening in the light. He takes a massive bite, the juice dripping down his chin. Crunch, his eyes light up. Magic really does change life. Guess the ancients weren't lying, he exclaims, savoring the flavor. This isn't just any watermelon, it's the fruit of his labor, quite literally. Behind him, the work continues, but Lin Feng notices something. His shadow warriors are moving fast, too fast. They are tearing through the tasks with an efficiency that's honestly a bit frightening. You guys are way more proactive than I expected, Lin Feng calls out, genuinely surprised. He watches them, the demon-like entity pauses, wiping what might be sweat or just magical residue from its brow. It looks back at him. There's a moment of silence, a heavy, imposing silence. Ha ha ha, a deep, resonant chuckle echoes from the entity. It's a sound that should herald doom, but here, it just sounds like a job well done. Lin Feng stares at the creature. He realizes something profound and perhaps a little silly. Sigh, expecting you undead to have your own consciousness was asking a bit much. He stands up, walking through his newly established domain. He passes by the hulking figures. Up close, their faces are stoic, frozen in eternal expressions of fierce determination. They don't complain, they don't take breaks, they just farm. Lin Feng wanders into a structure he's set up, a massive greenhouse. Inside, it's a paradise of greenery. Rows upon rows of plants are thriving under the filtered sunlight, but these aren't your average cabbages and carrots. He crouches down next to a peculiar-looking plant. A holographic status window pops up next to it. Permanent stamina +1, temporary speed +1, temporary HP +1, permanent attack +1. This is insane. Lin Feng grins, his excitement bubbling over again. Other people only gain strength through bitter, grinding training, he laughs, throwing his head back. But I improve myself through crops, balanced nutrition, and a solid foundation. He walks down the aisle, admiring his handiwork. The logic is flawless. Why do push-ups until your arms fall off when you can just eat a magical salad? It's the ultimate cheat code for life. But then his expression turns serious. He looks at a specific plant, his brow furrowing. It's a shame it seems like only my crops can have these effects. He pauses, considering the implications. If my yield were bigger and everyone could improve through this, the demons would be nothing but weak chickens. It's a grand thought, a heroic thought, but reality crashes back in. He looks around the greenhouse. It's conspicuous, it's obvious. And in a world filled with spies, monsters, and jealous rivals, obvious gets you eliminated. Still, I can't just plant special crops, he muses, rubbing his chin. I need enough normal crops outside to cover them up. Otherwise, the stuff in the greenhouse will be noticed easily. He claps his hands together, resolving the issue. Back to work. One day passes. The sun rises over the western city training wasteland, illuminating a changed landscape. The fields are neatly organized, crops are growing at a supernatural rate, and the greenhouse stands as the crown jewel of the operation. Lin Feng is out in the field, shovel in hand. He's digging up a batch of potatoes. But these aren't normal potatoes. They're huge, round, and practically glowing with vitality. Next to him, a swirling mass of black shadows begins to form. He's summoning again. Dig like this, got it? Look, Lin Feng instructs, demonstrating the proper potato harvesting technique to a literal void monster. The shadow solidifies into a small, lizard-like creature made of blue flame and bone. It looks at him with wide, glowing eyes. Nice. Ever since I got these helpers, the speed of planting vegetables has shot up, Lin Feng praises the little guy. But then the creature does something unexpected. It grabs one of the freshly dug potatoes. Hey, what are you doing? Lin Feng snaps, reaching out. Too late, the lizard monster opens its jaws and chomp. It swallows the potato whole. Lin Feng freezes. He blinks, watching the creature. Suddenly, the lizard begins to glow. A brilliant blue light erupts from its core, radiating outward. A system notification pops up above its head. It looks at Lin Feng as the energy courses through its small body. Undead lizard level 6, bone density temporarily increasing, defense temporarily increasing. Lin Feng's jaw drops. He stands there, staring at the holographic text. The implications hit him like a freight train. All these undead lizards are from the dungeon. The only difference is that this one just ate a potato, he whispers to himself, his mind racing. He looks from the lizard to the field of crops and then back to his own hands. A look of pure shock and revelation washes over his face. Don't tell me, the original crop effects also work on undead. This changes everything. It's not just a farm for him anymore, it's a buff station for an army. The narration shifts tone now. It becomes more historical, more documentary-like. In the days that followed, Lin Feng began systematic experiments and recorded how different crops affected the undead. We see montages of shadowy figures eating various vegetables. Some glow red, some grow larger, some seem to vibrate with speed. Lin Feng is there with a clipboard, scribbling notes furiously. This is really bizarre, he mutters, watching a massive demon warrior seemingly flex its muscles after eating a turnip. But peace, as we know, is never permanent, especially not when you're sitting on a goldmine of power. Night falls over the wasteland. The moon hangs high, casting long, eerie shadows. On the perimeter of Lin Feng's land, a figure crouches atop a ruined wall. He's clad in dark tactical gear, his blue hair flowing in the night breeze. He holds a serrated dagger, the blade glinting in the moonlight. This is a professional, a spy. He scans the area, his eyes narrowing as he spots the greenhouse. Those things weren't here when I was spying before, he whispers, his voice dripping with suspicion. He scoffs, looking at the defenses. To him, it looks like a joke. HMPH, a paper-thin wall like this, one slash and it's done. He leaps, he moves with incredible speed, a blur of motion in the darkness. He lands silently near the greenhouse, his senses on high alert. Only one person? Is this a trap? Interesting, he thinks, spotting a hammock nearby where Lin Feng is sleeping peacefully. The arrogance radiates off him. He thinks this is going to be a walk in the park. He dashes forward, blade raised, ready to slice through the greenhouse material and expose whatever secrets lie within. HYH, he swings his blade. But the greenhouse doesn't just sit there, it reacts. Whoosh, from the ground something shoots up. It's not a vine, it's a potato. No, it's a high-velocity projectile. The spy's eyes widen. He barely has time to react. He twists his body, dodging the first shot, but then comes another, and another. What the? The ground around the greenhouse erupts. It's a minefield of defensive crops. Boom, splat, a massive, round object, looking suspiciously like a giant angry potato with spikes, launches itself at him. The spy slashes at it. Begone! His blade connects, slicing the vegetable in half, but it doesn't stop the momentum. The force knocks him back. He skids across the ground, sparks flying from his boots. Splur, he wipes something from his cheek. Potato juice, the indignity. What the hell, damn it, he curses, his cool demeanor cracking. But the assault isn't over. The ground shakes. Green energy pulses from the earth, far more intense than before. From the center of the garden, a massive shape rises. Roots tear from the soil, twisting and braiding together to form a torso. Leaves swirl to create a silhouette. Glowing purple eyes flare open in the darkness. It's a tree spirit, a guardian of the grove, and she looks absolutely furious. Her hair is made of vines, lashing out like whips. Her body glows with verdant power. She towers over the spy, radiating an aura that screams, "You picked the wrong garden, pal." The spy stumbles back, his eyes wide with genuine fear now. Damn it, he yells, dodging a massive vine that smashes into the ground where he stood a second ago. He's panting, battered, and covered in vegetable debris. If it weren't to gain the Grand Duke's trust, I wouldn't have come here twice, he grumbles, trying to find an opening. He grips his dagger tighter, his knuckles turning white. Once I chop you to pieces, let's see if you can still explode. He charges again, blue energy coating his blade. He's fast, deadly. He slashes through the vines, cutting his way toward the core. But as he gets closer, he senses something else. Mixed in with the nature magic is the scent of death. What's going on? He thinks, panic rising in his chest. These monsters actually have undead aura mixed in. He freezes for a split second. His mission parameters flash through his mind. On this scouting trip to Fengchuan City, your main mission is to find the necromancer Hai Zio. His superior's voice echoes in his memory. He vanished right after our last contact. He had a deal with our clan. The spy looks around at the terrifying hybrid plants, the dark energy swirling beneath the green. His eyes widen in realization. So this is actually Hai Zio's hiding place? He backs away, the fight leaving him completely. Then why is he hiding here? Could he have betrayed our clan? He looks at the towering tree spirit, then at the shadowy figures patrolling the perimeter. That guy Hai Zio really has no shame when it comes to his immortality techniques, he spits out, disgusted yet terrified. He makes a decision, better not stay here too long. Finding Hai Zio is what matters. With a final glare at the greenhouse, the spy turns and flees into the night, leaping over the wall and vanishing into the forest. He's completely misunderstood the situation, but his fear is very real. Meanwhile, oblivious to the life or death struggle that just occurred, the sun rises on a new day. Lin Feng is walking through his fields, a hoe resting on his shoulder. He looks refreshed, happy. Yesterday, I already catalyzed and fertilized most of the plots, he says cheerfully, surveying the land. Next, I just need to handle the remaining areas. He turns the corner to check on his prized greenhouse, and that's when his soul leaves his body. My greenhouse? The scream echoes across the wasteland. Lin Feng stands there, horror-struck. The beautiful structure is tattered. Plastic sheets are flapping in the wind. There are craters in the ground. Potato shrapnel is everywhere. His grief is interrupted by a sound from above. A massive, rushing sound of wind displacement. He looks up. A shadow falls over him, growing larger and larger. Descending from the sky is a dragon. A literal, massive, black dragon. Its wingspan blocks out the sun. Standing atop it are figures in long coats, looking down at the world with authority. The dragon lands with a thud that shakes the ground. Dust billows out. Lin Feng shields his eyes, confused. Why are law enforcement officers here? He wonders aloud. This isn't just a patrol, this is a heavy response unit. Two men step off the dragon. The leader is a tall, imposing man with wild black hair, a thick beard, and sunglasses that hide his eyes but not his intensity. He radiates power. His coat flutters dramatically in the wind. Behind him is a younger officer holding a device that's beeping frantically. According to the magic detector, the source of the magic aura is right here, the younger officer reports, pointing straight at Lin Feng's land. The bearded captain crosses his arms, looking around skeptically. Wasn't this just a training wasteland before? How did it turn into this? Could a demon be hiding here? Lin Feng steps forward trying to look innocent, which, to be fair, he mostly is. This land has been leased, he calls out, holding up his hand. The younger officer looks at his papers. It's already been rented by someone, but we still can't rule out demon activity. Stay cautious. The bearded captain nods. He walks up to the barrier of the land, his presence overwhelming. Hey there, fellow citizen, we're from the law enforcement team, he announces. His voice is loud, booming. Lin Feng stands on the other side of the invisible barrier. He's sweating a little. Why would the law enforcement team come here? He thinks, his heart pounding. He's got undead farming potatoes behind him. That's hard to explain. The younger officer adjusts his glasses, staring at Lin Feng. Our instruments detected magic aura in this area. Can you open the barrier and let us inside to inspect? Lin Feng hesitates. We don't know the exact situation yet either, the officer adds, trying to be reasonable. Lin Feng tries to stall. Magic aura? How could there be magic aura on land I just rented a few days ago? He's playing dumb. It's a bold strategy. Even getting a farmer to open a barrier takes this long, the captain growls, clearly losing patience. The captain steps forward, his aura flaring up. It's fiery, intense. He looks like he's about to burn the barrier down himself. Tuco was just killed by demons, and now demonic energy shows up here, the captain shouts, his voice laced with anger and suspicion. He takes off his sunglasses, revealing eyes that burn with intensity. He leans in, staring right into Lin Feng's soul. If you ask me, the captain says, his voice dropping to a dangerous growl, he's clearly a demon spy. The accusation hangs in the air like a guillotine blade. Lin Feng stands frozen, the sweat dripping down his face. The captain's eyes are locked onto him, unblinking, filled with the certainty of a man who hunts monsters for a living. One wrong word, one wrong move, and Lin Feng's farming career and likely his life is over. Talk about a misunderstanding. First, a spy thinks he's a legendary necromancer, and now the cops think he's a demon agent. Lin Feng just wants to grow his super crops in peace, but the world won't let him. That captain looks serious, though. Do you think Lin Feng can talk his way out of this, or is he about to fight the law? Let me know your theories. The wind howls across the West City training wasteland, kicking up dust and tension in equal measure. We are right back in the thick of it, folks. Lin Feng is currently staring down the barrel of a loaded gun, or rather, a loaded accusation from the enforcement team. On one side, we have Lin Feng, our humble, aspiring farmer who just wants to tend to his crops and live a quiet life. On the other side, we have Yahello, this hot-headed, spiky-haired agent with a red tie that screams, I am the main character of my own story, and his bearded, stoic captain. The atmosphere is thick with suspicion. Yahello is practically vibrating with aggression. He's pointing fingers, shouting accusations. Spy, surrender now. Lin Feng, looking completely unbothered on the outside but calculating on the inside, gives them the classic "who me" look. But Yahello isn't buying it. He's connecting dots that don't exist. Yahello, you're being too impulsive, the captain warns, his voice rough like gravel. But Yahello counters, after all, Tuca just died and demonic energy appeared here. Lin Feng is indeed highly suspicious. Oh, the drama, they think our boy is colluding with demons just because he happened to be in the neighborhood when things went south. Lin Feng plays the sympathy card immediately. He hunches his shoulders, looking at his gloved hands with a mournful expression. My occupation is lowly, and I've always been looked down upon, he says, his voice dripping with practiced sadness. I just wanted to hide in a quiet place and cultivate hard, but now, as members of the enforcement team, you want to pin this kind of suspicion on me. He is laying it on thick. He's playing the poor, bullied student role to perfection. Even the captain is starting to feel bad. He puts a hand on Yahello's shoulder, whispering, Captain, he's already so pitiful. But Yahello has zero chill. He's looking at Lin Feng's pitiful act and his brain just snaps. Who doesn't know how to act pitiful? He roars, his face contorting into a mask of pure rage. Flames erupt around him. This guy isn't just angry, he's literally combustible. And then boom, Yahello launches an attack. No warning, no Miranda rights, just straight hands. He swings a massive, flaming energy whip right at Lin Feng. Now, in a normal story, the protagonist would dodge, they would weave, duck, or counter. But Lin Feng, he stands there, he takes it. Wham, the impact kicks up a cloud of dust and debris. A golden shield flickers for a split second, absorbing the blow, but Lin Feng realizes something terrifying in that moment. It's not that the attack was too strong, it's that it was too weak, internal panic mode engaged. Lin Feng is thinking, crap, I usually add too many points to Constitution. I didn't feel his punch at all. This is a disaster. If he tanks a hit from an enforcement officer without flinching, his cover is blown. He's supposed to be a weak farmer, not an indestructible tank. He has to sell the injury. He quickly slaps his hand to his face, contorting his features into what he thinks pain looks like. Ah, he cries out, but his internal monologue is frantic. I have to fake it. The dust settles. Yahello is standing there, fist smoking, looking confused. I used so much force with that palm strike, Yahello mutters. How are you not dead? You definitely have a problem. Lin Feng is on the ground now, doing his best impression of a ragdoll. Are you trying to punish me into a confession so you can close the case quickly? He wheezes. It's an Oscar-worthy performance. But before Haru can launch another assault, the captain steps in. He's seen enough, but he's not looking at the injury. He's looking at the energy lingering around Lin Feng. Haru, put away your temper, the captain commands, his eyes widening. Look at him, that is nature mana. The air around Lin Feng shimmers with a pure, verdant green light. It's soft, calming, and completely antithetical to the jagged, violent energy of a demon. The captain explains demons detest everything related to nature. Even a 6-year-old knows that. Salvation, the very power Lin Feng uses to grow supersized cabbages, is now his get-out-of-jail-free card. The captain helps Lin Feng up, dusting him off. Student Lin Feng, it seems we misunderstood. Your nature mana is very pure. We will explain the situation in the report. Lin Feng, realizing he's off the hook, immediately switches from victim to saint. He grabs the captain's hand, shaking it enthusiastically. You are a good person, a truly just official. The captain smiles. It's my duty, it's what I should do. But in the background, Haru is losing his mind. You, he screams, realizing he's been played or maybe just frustrated that he didn't get to finish the job. He winds up for another strike, a massive overhead smash charged with lightning and rage. But the captain is faster. He throws out an arm, catching Haru's attack effortlessly. That's enough. The conflict de-escalates as the enforcement team walks away. Lin Feng watches them go, his expression shifting from innocent student to cold, calculating tactician in a millisecond. The mask drops. Troublesome, he mutters to himself, rubbing his chin. It seems just farming isn't enough. I need enough power to protect myself. The scene shifts, the sky is blue, the clouds are fluffy, and dragons are flying in the distance. Wait, dragons? Yes, this world is wild. But Lin Feng isn't looking at the scenery. He's looking at a glowing origami crane that just materialized in front of him. It's a magical notification. Freshman Lin Feng, please gather at the Academy Drill Ground tomorrow morning to participate in the new student entrance ability test and grading battles. Attendance is mandatory. Extraordinary Academy Academic Affairs Office. Lin Feng sighs, the weight of the world on his shoulders. Sigh, why is it so hard to live a peaceful life? As he walks away, the crane dissolves into light, but he's not unobserved. High on a cliff overlooking the path, 2 figures are watching him. One is a stunning woman with long, dark hair and piercing green eyes, Vera. The other is the principal of the academy. Such pure and majestic nature mana, Vera exclaims, her interest piqued. She's not looking at him like a student, she's looking at him like a specimen. The principal, a man who looks like he's seen 1,000 battles, crosses his arms. Principal, is this child really just a farmer? Vera asks. His occupation on the system is spirit farm lord. I'm not sure, the principal admits. Vera's eyes narrow. What is the majestic level 50 nature archmage? Vera, moved by this. It sounds like a variant occupation, Vera muses. Moreover, he seems to have other secrets. However, just this hand of nature magic is enough to clear his suspicion of colluding with the demons. Demons can't fake such a life aura that makes them want to vomit. She turns away, her cloak swirling dramatically. Indeed, now some people should settle down. Let's go, the good show is yet to come. Cut to the Extraordinary Academy Drill Ground. The place is buzzing. Students are gathered, chatting, nervous, excited. What's going on? Didn't we already finish the interview and even choose our instructors? Why is there another test? One student complains. Yeah, I thought we could start classes right away, another grumbles. Suddenly, a voice cuts through the chatter, playful yet dangerous. I have inside information, wanna know? Hee, I won't tell you. But the teasing is cut short by a commanding presence. A woman steps onto the platform. She has wild pinkish purple hair, glasses that glint in the sunlight, and an outfit that, well, let's just say it's not regulation standard for safety, but it definitely commands attention. This is the instructor. Silence, she barks, and the crowd goes dead quiet. I know you have many questions. Why conduct this all-student entrance test after the instructor interview? She pauses for effect, her expression hardening. Urgent military intelligence came from the front line yesterday. The demon offensive has intensified, and the fortress outside the 3rd rampart is in imminent danger. Gasps ripple through the crowd. This just went from school orientation to war briefing in 5 seconds flat. The academy received orders to transport a batch of fresh forces to support the front line as soon as possible, she announces. Panic sets in. At frontline we just enrolled, a student stammers. Wasn't the deal that we study and cultivate first? The instructor slams them with a reality check. If the nest is overturned, how can the eggs remain intact? If the fortress is breached, the demon army will point their swords directly at Fengchuan City. At that time, do you think you can still cultivate peacefully in the academy? She leans forward, her aura intensifying. This is not a request, but a conscription. When the human race is in peril, no one can stay out of it. The weight of her words crushes the complaints. It's sink or swim time. In the crowd, a girl with pink buns looks nervously at a tall, stoic boy next to her. Sis, we. The boy, calm as a rock, replies, it's okay, don't worry. Meanwhile, Lin Feng is standing there, hands in his pockets, looking like he's calculating his tax returns. But internally, he's stressed. As a farmer occupation, I shouldn't be selected for the front line at a time like this, right? He thinks, sweat dropping. Otherwise, my farming plan will be disrupted. Priorities: Lin Feng, the world is ending and you're worried about your crop rotation schedule. The instructor continues, now all freshmen, follow instructions and enter the drill ground to prepare for practical combat testing. The trials begin, and our boy Lin Feng is up. The arena is sleek, futuristic. Lin Feng stands opposite his opponent. It's a girl with long black hair, dressed in a gothic style with fishnets and a staff that looks like a giant lollipop. She radiates confidence. Spirit Farm Lord, she sneers, spinning her staff. Heard you're good at hiding. Lin Feng just stands there looking bored. Turn to ash under my flames, she shouts in whoosh. A massive pillar of swirling fire erupts from her staff. It's a tornado of heat and destruction, barreling straight for Lin Feng. Most people would panic. Lin Feng, he analyzes. Speed is too slow, he critiques internally. Mana concentration isn't enough. Your fire couldn't even roast the sweet potatoes in my field. Ouch, the disrespect. The girl isn't done, she starts chanting. Spirit of flame slumbering at the end of the world, Tilda, I command you now. Sparkles appear around her. The magic is building. It's going to be a massive cinematic spell. Lin Feng watches for a second, then he sighs. The cast time is too long, he shouts. And before she can finish her syllable, chop, Lin Feng closes the distance in a blur of motion and delivers a sharp, precise hand chop to the side of her neck. She yelps, the flames vanish, the chanting stops, the girl collapses, it's over in a heartbeat. The announcer's voice booms, winner Lin Feng. The crowd is stunned, but the announcer keeps reading the results as a montage of victories flashes by. Lin Feng versus Ryan Lin Feng WNS. Lin Feng versus Jomo Lin Feng WNS. Lin Feng versus Lin Jize Lin Feng WNS. He's sweeping the floor with everyone, and he's doing it with basic physical attacks. No flashy spells, no shouting move name, just efficiency. Defeating this many opponents should be enough, Lin Feng thinks, wiping his hands. I can lose the next one. Wait, what? He wants to lose. Of course he does. If he wins too much, he gets drafted. He needs to aim for mediocrity. As he walks off the stage, a shadow falls over him. It's Vera. She's leaning against a wall, drinking water, looking effortless. Thank you, she says. Lin Feng pauses. For what? With your current talent and potential, you are fully qualified to aim for a higher platform, she says, her eyes gleaming. Lin Feng raises an eyebrow. A higher platform. Vera steps forward, her presence overwhelming. Accumulate credits and pass the assessment, promote to the high-level Sunwheel Academy. She starts listing the benefits like a salesperson pitching a timeshare. There are better cultivation techniques, more powerful instructors, you even have the chance to obtain legendary weapons or even powerful demonic beast mounts. Any other student would be drooling. Legendary weapons, beast mounts, sign me up. But Lin Feng, he looks at her with dead eyes. Thank you for your kindness, he says flatly, but I don't really need any of those. Vera blinks, she's never been rejected before. Don't need any, then what do you want? Lin Feng smiles, a genuine, warm smile, the kind of smile a man has when he thinks about his true love. I just want a better, bigger piece of land to farm in peace. Silence. Vera stares at him. You misunderstood me. I mean what you ultimately want. For example, what do you plan to do after you finish farming this land? She thinks he's speaking in metaphors. She thinks farming is code for conquering or cultivating. Lin Feng's eyes light up with manic energy. I plan to farm more land, let more people have land to farm, let everyone who wants to farm be able to farm. He's practically glowing with ambition, but it's agricultural ambition. Vera, however, misinterprets this completely. She hears, I want to conquer the world. She looks at the principal, more land. Does he want to recover all the lost territories? Truly an ambitious child. The principal nods, impressed. If I remember correctly, you are already developing that wasteland in the west of the city, right? Not enough for you. Lin Feng grins, giving a big thumbs up. Farming, naturally, the more the better. This kid is honest, the principal notes. The child wants it, so just give it to him. You want to recruit him? Vera asks. He's quite an interesting kid, the principal replies. They are completely misreading him, and it is working perfectly in his favor. But the break is over, the announcer booms again. Next match, LINFENG vs AI Ling. Lin Feng steps back into the arena. Here we go, he thinks. Time to throw the match. His opponent is the girl with the pink hair buns we saw earlier. She's holding a spear and she looks terrified but determined. I really didn't expect to be able to fight you, she says, gripping her weapon. I will go all out in this battle. Lin Feng looks at her, he puts on his friendly senior face. Actually, I can't beat you, he says loudly. I plan to surrender. He turns to walk away. The perfect plan, just forfeit and go home to his cabbages. But then whoosh, vines explode from the ground. Green, glowing energy tendrils shoot up around AI Ling. Bro, seriously, starting off with phase 2? Is that how you play? Lin Feng yells, but his body is moving on instinct. Wait, did he cast the vines, or did she? No, looking at the scene, Lin Feng raised his hand and summoned a massive forest of vines instantly. He didn't mean to, or maybe his reflexes are just that good. The vines wrap around AI Ling, lifting her into the air. She struggles, her skirt fluttering, completely immobilized. Are you humiliating me? She screams, tears in her eyes. No, Lin Feng panics internally. He tried to surrender, but his nature mana reacted defensively, or maybe he just reflexively crushed her because she looked ready to attack. Regardless, the arena is now a jungle. AI Ling is tied up like a holiday gift. Vera and the principal are watching from the VIP box, jaws on the floor. A student under level 10 actually has such pure mana, Vera gasps. Yes, I was shocked the first time I saw it too. The principal is sweating. Even that adult who reached level 80 in the nature system didn't have mana as pure as his. This child's future achievements will be limitless. Down in the arena, AI Ling tries to blast her way out with fire, but the vines are too strong. They just absorb the heat. Indeed, Vera murmurs, her eyes locked on Lin Feng. Such a good seedling is very rare, if there were a teacher to guide him. She pauses, a smile spreads across her face, a predatory, excited smile. I've decided I want to take him as my teacher. The principal does a double take, not bad if you become his teacher. He stops, rewinds the tape in his head. Wait, did you say that backward? Vera turns to him, clutching her chest, looking like a fangirl. No, I didn't. I said I want to take him as my teacher. That's not right, the principal argues. Did the demons burn your brain? Vera laughs, a sound full of obsession and delight. Even if it's burnt, I still want to be his student. She stares down at Lin Feng, her green eyes glowing. She has found the source of the purest magic she has ever seen, and she doesn't want to teach him. She wants to learn from him. Lin Feng, down in the arena, has no idea what he just triggered. He just wanted to surrender. He just wanted to farm. But now he's accidentally dominated the tournament, impressed the brass, and secured a stalker who happens to be one of the most powerful mages in the academy. The road to a peaceful farming life just got a whole lot bumpier, folks. Can Lin Feng escape the draft? Can he shake off this new disciple? And most importantly, will he ever get to harvest those sweet potatoes? We'll have to wait and see.